The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style. From the highs to the lows, every story just explodes. Mike's got questions on the go, diving deep from head to toe. Every week the guests align, sharing moments so divine. Stay with us, the pace is fine. Every episode you'll find. The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style.
Cadet Football is on villageradio.net. Now, off to the broadcast booth for all the excitement on your home for Hilton High School sports.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's game where the Hilton Cadets face off in one of their final games of the regular season against the Victor Blue Devils. Live from LeBeau Field in Hilton, New York, I'm Jeremy Pilot along with broadcast partner Mike Heiss. Thank you for joining us. Mike, the Cadets coming off a superlative win last week, 30-0 over the McQuaid Knights. You were there. Unfortunately not up in the booth, but you were down on the field doing your coachly duties. Your assessment of the game?
You know, it's one of those games they had to win. They won convincingly. They got guys in the game, 30-0 win. Letta, once again, was spectacular, 219 yards on the ground and a touchdown. He was 4 for 5 for 56 yards with 2 touchdown passes. Philman either tied or broke a program record with touchdowns. Pittman with a touchdown catch, and also with Ted Lawson. And Brandon Cutter with 2 sacks, and Ted Lawson with 9 tackles. It sets up this game 5-0 versus 5-0. It's homecoming. This game has divisional title ramifications. It has sectional seeding ramifications. Jeremy, this game has it all.
As we've been working up towards this event, and again next week against Rush Henrietta, your assessment of tonight's game, how do you think it's going to go, Mike?
Well, I don't know. It's a 2 unbeaten teams, and the thing is, this is a very overused term. Victor has a lot of swagger. They're the defending AA champions. The last time they lost was in the state playoffs. They're coming off a 21-7 victory over Rush Henrietta, who is typically a very strong powerhouse. And they are big, they are strong, and they play smash-mouth football. And for the Cadets tonight, I think it's going to be one of these games where it'll be decided in the trenches. And that's, I think, the biggest concern for Hilton is the size and strength of Victor's line.
All right. That's a great assessment there. Now, what do you see being some weaknesses of the Blue Devils tonight versus the Cadets?
Well, I reached out to some of the coaches on the staff, and they really said they don't really have any weaknesses. They're kind of like they don't know where they can attack this team. The quarterback, Jamie Trimboli, is very athletic. He's a star lacrosse player, a very, very athletic kid. There's twin Barrow brothers that play linebacker and running back. 2 huge tight ends in Nowitzki and LaFay. So I think what they want to try to do is neutralize, keep them under, let's say, 28 points. Try to use Letta, has been so successful this year, and run the ball, use Philman, who hasn't really been used the last couple weeks, and, you know, kind of capitalize and hopefully on a few mistakes by Victor.
Sounds good, Mike. Now, what do you think if Hilton does not make good on tonight's game, what does that mean for playoffs or sectionals?
That's a great question, Jeremy. The thing is, they're in sectionals no matter what, but what they're doing is trying to win one or both these last 2 games to get a home playoff game. If you are in one of the top 4 seeds, you're going to get a home playoff game. And if they can stay away from number 4 seed, they can probably avoid Aquinas till later on. So they want to win every game. But even if they shouldn't, like you asked, they can still come back next week and defeat Rush Henrietta and get that home playoff game. And playing at home is much more better.
Although almost every game that Hilton has played thus far has been away games. There's only been 1 home game, and every one of those games they've won. So, do you really think that the home field advantage means that much to the Cadets?
I don't really think it does. I mean, it's kind of nice that they don't have to get on a bus and travel for 45 minutes. But you're right. I think in high school, the home field advantage isn't that big of a deal. Unfortunately, these seniors last year, they only played 2 games on this field, so it's kind of nice when they get now on the field. Like I said, it's senior night, so they're honoring seniors, and it's just a huge night. They're honoring breast cancer month. There's going to be a presentation for that. So in answer to your question, home field doesn't matter a whole lot in high school football, but it's kind of nice.
There you go. All right. Well, it is certainly nice to have the fans cheering you on. I'm sure that, at least from a mental aspect, certainly plays into the way that these guys perform. Although it does seem, to me at least anyways, even at the away games, there are numerous Cadet fans.
Absolutely.
Showed up. And now we're going to take a short break for the national anthem.
Richard Robson and Hilton Class of 2000 graduate Haley Hillier.
By dawn, at twilight, as we lose ourselves and bright stars through the perilous skies. We watch, we're so gallantly stream, and nothing the bomb bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, saved us that star-spangled banner wave for the land of the free and the home of the
All right, that was Bridget Robson, former Hilton student,
Right.
performing the national anthem live here at LeBeau Field.
And I think as we pay close attention to midfield, Mike Geritzi's out there honoring Yanni Diakomahalis. He's one of our junior, or he might be a senior by now, wrestler. He's a world champion. And I think we might as well let the announcer, Chris Monfiletto, take it from here.
Sounds good.
Some very important dignitaries here. And most importantly, I'd like to welcome and announce three-time champion Yanni Diakomahalis. Standing next to Yanni on the field, our Mayor Joe Lee. Representing Senator Robot's office, Josh Jensen. County legislator Dick Yolovich. Varsity wrestling coach Mike Gross. Hilton athletic director Mike Geritzi. And Hilton superintendent of schools, Mr. David Dibbleby. This is a proclamation from Dick Yolovich and the Monroe County Legislature. A certificate of recognition, whereas only a high school junior, Yanni Diakomahalis is already one of our region's most decorated wrestlers. He boasts an impressive list of victories, beginning with the winning of the Section 5 title for the Hilton community. From there, he secured 3 straight state championship titles, a remarkable feat that made all Monroe County proud. With his most recent accomplishment, he has outdone himself, winning a world championship and becoming the pride of the American wrestling community. And whereas Yanni competed in the World Championships in Bosnia-Herzegovina this summer, defeating 5 wrestlers in the tournament, including Gintaro Moniyama of Japan in the final round. He proved himself to be one of the finest wrestlers in the world, demonstrating the same training regimen and dedication he has always used to succeed. In one of the biggest moments and one of the biggest stages, Yanni did not back down and he emerged as victor. And whereas Yanni is a shining example of a student athlete in our community, he has found his passion and he has repeatedly demonstrated excellence in his pursuit of that passion. The entire community, not here in Hilton, Monroe County, and the entire United States of America is very proud of his accomplishments. Therefore, we, Maggie Brooks, Monroe County Executive, and Dick Yolovich, Legislator for District 1, on behalf of the entire Monroe County Legislature, do hereby proclaim today to be Yanni Diakaba Day in Monroe County.
Nice round of applause there for junior Yanni Diakomahalis. As the announcer said, he's a 3-time wrestling champion here at Hilton High School. He's a world champion as well. And if you've ever met him and talked to him, he is just one of the nicest, most well-grounded kids you've ever met. This type of day, it's meant for him, and congratulations to Yanni.
And adding to another title that he already has.
How many people can say they had a day named after him, Jeremy? I don't either. I know. Well, we're on the air, so I think they're also going to have him do the coin toss too, which is kind of cool. You get to do the coin toss. There he goes out with the Hilton captains: Brandon Cutter, Justin Clayton, Ted Lawson, and Dylan Philman.
Ted Lawson's great passes off him last week.
Yeah, Jeremy, one of those we hadn't seen was that touchdown pass he scored down the middle of the field. Amazing. The Victor Blue Devils, they're 5-0. They're coached by Jeff Mandel. And as I said earlier, they're defending AA sectional champs. The Barrow brothers are tough at running back. Last week against Rush Henrietta, they had 56 offensive plays, and 52 of them were running plays. So if that tells us something, we're going to see the ball on the ground hard and heavy by the Blue Devils. And in the second half of that game, Rush Henrietta only had 10 offensive plays that whole half. So they like to control the ball and control the game.
So maybe with one of the games, Hilton's defense being as great as it is. You think you're going to have to switch to the passing game today?
Jeremy, that's a great question, and I think you asked me earlier about Hilton and attacking the weaknesses, and I think they hope to stop the run and force them to throw. However, my little scouting report that I have says the Blue Devils have 2 big tight ends in Mike Nowitzki, 6'3", and another big tight end in 6'5", and these guys are athletic and can catch the ball, so they want them to pass, but once they make them pass, you got to defend it.
July 2nd, this past year, Courtney Comfort, a junior at Hilton High School, was involved in a serious car accident and missed this past beginning of our school year. This was discussed by everyone here at Hilton High School. But tonight, we are excited to announce that Courtney is in attendance at our homecoming game.
Some quotations from that game with Victor and Rush Henrietta. The coach said, our linemen came up big. We have guys who have played on the team for 3 years. When it comes to blocking, I listen to my blockers, and I think that's also in their favor, Jeremy, is they've got guys that have played 3 years on varsity, and they're big, and they move people.
Hilton kicking the ball down the field to the Blue Devils. Ball is going to drop right around just short of the end zone for a touchback. Ball being run up the field by the Blue Devils. Stopped at the 20-yard line by the Cadets.
Yeah.
Number 4, Mitch Kane on the return for the Blue Devils.
Mitch Kane on the return for the Blue Devils.
He was brought down to 17.
Brought down by Justin Regazzi of the Cadets.
Number
At about
4, he's
the
a
22-yard line.
Sorry about that, Mike. He's a 10th grader, 5'11", 175 pounds. Not bad for a kid who's got 2 more years to go.
I formation for Victor.
Blue
Off
Devils
tackle.
with the hike right up the center. One of the Cadets has got a hold of him.
And the chains are moving on that. It's a good 12-yard gain by Victor. Huge hole on that right side.
A little tough to see the numbers there with the screen in place here in the press box. By the way, the nicest press box we've ever been in, by the way.
Isn't it? I think if it gets colder, they're going to warm it up and bring hot chocolate if they have to.
Really?
Yeah. Here
Stick
comes
around.
1st and 10 at the 35.
Here we go. Blue Devils lining up. Ball is hiked back. Again, the running formation. And looks like they've lost a yard or 2 on that play. There's that good Hilton defense shutting down that hole they let someone through before.
Yeah, that was a good play. Maybe a gain of 1. Patrick Berry was on the carry. Ted Lawson in on the tackle. We called his name a lot this year, Jeremy.
Absolutely.
Ted Lawson.
Patrick Barrow for the Blue Devils. That last play, losing a yard.
He has a twin brother, Dan Barrow, number 1. Shotgun formation here for Victor.
Ball hiked back. It's a running play again. He makes his way outside the line. Almost good for a first down. Looks like he's got about 9 yards out of it. Spotted at the 36-yard line. That'll be the Blue Devils possession.
Looks like Nick DeRoy on the tackle.
3rd down, 1 to go for the Blue Devils.
A little help from Zach Thorpe. Yeah, big game. Big play here. 3rd and 1. Quarterback goes under center. Wide receiver left, I formation.
And
Receiver
again,
goes in motion.
I think you're going to see that running play again up the center. That's good for a first down. Boy, if they keep this momentum going, it won't be hard for them to continue with first downs. That's the Blue Devils.
No, that was Dan
With
Barry
first downs all the way down the field and then some.
Yeah, Dan Barry on the carry. That's that big play they had on the first play of the game. Just went right back to it. And almost up to the 50-yard line. We'll call it the 47.
So the Barrow brothers are the ones to keep your eye on for the Cadets tonight to watch the Blue Devils. It looks like they're in shotgun formation, but again, no, this time they're going to pass it. Jamie Trimboli, the quarterback for the Blue Devils, fires it up the field. Looks like he's good for a first down on that one as well.
And that's where he tried to suck up on the run, and then he just drops back and passes. He passes to number 3, Patrick Barrow, right down the sideline. Big first down yardage. 1st and 10 at the 41.
9:55 left on the game clock in the first quarter. Score is 0-0. There's a running play up the center of the field again. Center to the right, actually.
Ireland was the ball carrier there.
Blue Devils making their way up the field. Slow but sure.
Justin Clayton made the tackle for Hilton. 9:33 and rolling here in the first quarter. Victor on the road at Hilton.
Blue Devils taking to the line again. Looks like we've got another running play in the works. And they do, only this time it's all the way for number 11, Jamie Triboli. He's the quarterback for the Blue Devils. He got a hold of that and didn't give it up, just ran it in for a touchdown. That'll put the Blue Devils at 6.
No, and I think that's what the Cadets were concerned. Yeah, they were concerned about the strength and size and speed. And Trimboli he's really had a couple leg tackles that he broke and just easily scored from 41 yards away.
That's senior Jamie Triboli, 6 foot, 185 pounds for the Victor Blue Devils.
This is the old muddle huddle. They take all the linemen over to the right and see if the line goes over, and then they come back over to kick the extra point.
Blue Devils setting up for the extra point, and that's no good. That was wide and right. This is the center of the uprights. Officials waving that off. Unusual to miss from that distance. We know if it was Christian Rank, that wouldn't have happened.
He only misses high and wide, never just wide. Victor cheerleaders doing 6 push-ups down there in the end zone. That drive has to be very concerning for Hilton. They just ran right through them. Maybe one play they stopped them for a gain of 1, but everything worked on that drive for Victor. So Hilton's going to have to make some adjustments.
Absolutely. So what do you think will be the first play out of the box for the Cadets?
Like letter left or letter right, or maybe filming off tackle right or off tackle left. You know, Coach Lapani, he's smart in these situations. He doesn't panic. He knows what he's got to do. Get back, start churning out a couple first downs here, and get back in this game. We've seen this team all year, Jeremy, put up 40-plus points a game, except for the McQuaid game, so they can score. But do they really want to get into a shootout with Victor? I don't know.
Interesting assessment. 9 minutes, 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Blue Devils are 6. Cadets are 0. I'm not sure what was funny about that, but I'm laughing too.
Made me laugh. So as long as we're laughing, I hope the folks there at home are as well. There's a kick.
It's a slow tumbler down the center of the field. Picked up by, it looks like Ted Lawson.
It's a decent return out to the 43.
Now there's the whistle there.
See, that's a penalty right there. They should really
that's
call that.
That's unnecessary roughness. There better be a flag on that play.
And there was a lot of
whistle had blown. The play was over. They continued to shove, and that's the Blue Devils continue to shove. I believe it was Ted Lawson down the field.
Yeah, there was a lot of that last year when they played at Victor. Victor came away with a 28-7 victory. And Victor's going to push you after the play, so you're either going to take it or you're going to push him back.
And I'm sorry, that was David Guest that they had shoved up the field, not Ted Lawson. The screen makes it a little difficult to see the numbers. Everywhere I go, I have trouble reading the numbers.
Probably be better if we had the lights out in here, right? Cameraman from Huddle's agreeing with us. 1st and 10 here at the 42-yard line.
Either that or we're getting old, Mike.
Both. I formation for the Cadets, wide receiver split right. Reverse here is going to be.
That gives it to number 42, Kyle Napier, who runs around the outside, taken down. And about a 5-yard gain. What do you say, Mike? About 5 yards?
I'd give it 5, and that's Hilton calls that the blast reverse. And you have good speed on Napier, so you think that they're going to suck up to the blast. Hopefully you get more yards than that, but 4 yards on first down, no matter what the play is, that's all right.
Clock still winding down. Cadets are on 2nd down, 46-yard line. 6 yards to go for a first down.
And wide receiver split left and one split right. Letta goes in the shotgun with Lawson next to him.
Fired back to Letta, who's going to run the ball. Doesn't get very far, unfortunately. Looks like he may have lost a yard or two on that play.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Zach LaFay, and that's been Hilton's bread and butter with Letta. The jet sweep, he fakes it and then runs the ball. Jeremy, I did find out a little bit about this game. Victor is ranked number 13 in the state, and Hilton is ranked 28th in the state.
Really?
And then if you even go towards Aquinas, they're ranked number 3, and Pittsford is number 5. And incidentally, those are the top 4 teams in AA. So
wow,
we'll see what happens in this game. But the Cadets are looking at a 3rd and 8. Letta in the shotgun. Dropped back to pass. Looks like a screen.
Fire. He gets it off. Almost a first down.
Excuse me. Yeah, that was Ted Lawson. He got about 7 yards on the play.
Trying to power his way up the field. Didn't work for him. Boy, the Blue Devils, they like to go for the ankles, don't they?
So Hilton's facing a 4th and 1 here, and it looks like they're not punting. They're going to try to go for this. So this is a key decision early in the game where Lapani says, I trust my guys to get 1 yard. Tackle on the last play by Nowitzki. Double tight situation here by the Cadets.
That's right.
Flanker left.
On the inside line, gives the ball to Dylan Philman for a first down, plus a few.
See, and that's another late hit out there, and I could see Coach Skase is really mad at it. Philman's on the ground, and the kid takes a shot at him, and he's on the ground, not after a first down, but mistakes like that, if the officials call it, can definitely go in Hilton's favor.
Now, let me ask you, do you think that because of Victor's prominence in their division so far that the officials tend to look the other way on some little things like that?
You know what I think it is? I think they don't want to be part of the outcome, so they're going to let a lot go sometimes. There goes Philman around the left end. Starts and
Doubles
stops.
Back, yeah. Philman for the Cadets, not making it very far, although it looks like he may have gotten 3 out of that one.
Yeah, I mean, long 2. It brings up about 2nd and 8. Yeah, it looks like he stuttered, and then he stopped, and then he got going again where he's just got it powered up. I think you're seeing the power of the line of Victor, and they got very, very strong physical defensive ends, so this could be tough for Letta to get out and around.
The Blue Devils' Ryan Flates, number 51, with the tackle on Philman on that last play. Back to the line. Letta in shotgun formation. I think we're going to pass the ball again. Letta looking for an out, and he gets sacked. Boy, that was great coverage by the Blue Devils on that play. Letta absolutely nowhere to go, nowhere to run, no one to throw to.
No, that was tackled by Chad Parker of the Blue Devils, and really it was Letta faked, and then he looked for a gap or somewhere to go, and he just didn't have anywhere to go. Nowhere to run, as you said.
Exactly. Buckled down, just held it in tight, and hopefully don't draw a fumble.
Now 3rd and long, around the 45-yard line of Victor. They definitely want to get at least 4 or 5 yards on this play. That makes 4th down doable. I don't know if they'll punt it, but they got trips right here. Shotgun formation with Letta.
Letta dropping way back, fires over everybody.
That pass was intended for Justin Rezegi.
The intended receiver. Yeah, we're both on the same page here.
We are on the same page, and we pronounced the name correctly, too. And this time, Coach Lupani, he will punt. Try to stick Victor deep. Got 4 minutes and 56 seconds left. Victor leads Hilton 6-0.
Lining up for the punt return. Almost encroachment there. So one of the Blue Devils jumped, but
it's a good punt there by Rezegi.
high, long. No one can see it. Drops down, rolls all the way back to about the 9-yard line.
Actually, I think that's going to be down at the 4.
I'm sorry, the 4
So that's exactly what Rezegi wanted to do. Great play there by Rezegi. Some of these small plays could end up being big, so stick them deep, see what you can do on defense.
Is that a plug I hear going overhead for us, Mike?
That is a plug written by our owner and operator, RJ Jordan. Christopher Monfiletto, the PA, gave us a plug.
Blue Devils with the ball, trying to make their way with a running play with Patrick Barrow up the far side of the field. It was uneventful for them. May have gained 1 or 2 on that one. It was hard to see.
Actually, after it's done, another 5-yard gain. Guess who's on the tackle? Number 40, Ted Lawson. But that's a really positive guard. What I see out of Victor is they're just being more physical, and they're outmanning Hilton right now. That's what's going on out there.
Certainly some manhandling by the Blue Devils against the Cadets.
Trimboli on the carry on that play for Victor. Almost up for a first down. Looks like he's a yard or two short. Ted Lawson in on the tackle for the Cadets. 3 minutes and 53 seconds start and rolling on the clock. Another thing I was told about Victor is they're going to split a lot of guys out, do a lot of different formations. That was a really interesting formation. It was like a pistol, and the quarterback faked one way and then went off tackle and confused the Cadet defense, but he's short.
3rd down, 2 to go for the Blue Devils. They seem to be making good on all their advancements down the field. An official stopping the clock.
Timeout, Victor.
Timeout. Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. We got the right idea.
So with 3 minutes 25 left in the first quarter, the Blue Devils are 6. The Cadets are 0. Blue Devils missing the field goal.
Yeah, that extra point.
Definitely going to affect their score at the end of the game. And what an easy kick it was that he missed. I was really surprised he missed that.
Yeah, and I think this is a big play right here, and you can see why Victor called it, because they know it's an important play. If they get another first down here, kind of pins back the Cadets now and makes the Cadets start to make a few chances out there to try to stop them, really.
Absolutely. Blue Devils returning to the field along with the Cadets now. Blue Devils taken to the line. They're in shotgun formation. They fire the ball back. It's a running play, again with Patrick Barrow up the center. Got a stop of the clock.
Yeah, and you just had so much movement there in the backfield. You had the guy going in motion. You had the 2 running backs there. And it was just a lot coming at you. And that's one of the things that the Hilton coaches said, is they try to outman you on the play side, and that's exactly what just happened there.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Ted Lawson was able to take him down, but not before they gained a first down.
The 1st and 10 at the 16. Trimboli's in the shotgun.
Ball is fired back and received And run out of bounds. The Blue Devils making it to about the 38-yard line before they're pushed out of bounds. Looks like Justin Rezegi with a shove on that one.
Zach LaFay on the reception. Once again, he's one of those big tight ends.
For the Blue Devils, if I'm not mistaken.
Big 6'5", 255. Nice play by Thorpe, but the tight ends are just so big and physical. They're going to be a tough matchup all night. Another running play there for Victor. Gain of about 6. Justin Clayton in on the tackle for the Cadets. Actually, that'll bring up a 2nd and 2. 2 minutes and 26 seconds and rolling here in the first quarter. It's really been all Victor Blue Devils. The Cadets with a couple first downs, but really have been playing catch-up most of the quarter. The size and strength of Victor has been a lot to handle, along with the movement and speed of the Victor backfield. That's a nice tackle there by Donnie Newfer.
Yeah, that'll be 3rd down for the Blue Devils on the 41-yard line. 4 yards to go.
And getting this team off on 3rd down, this is a huge play right here. Once again, you got to be wary of the tight ends going out for a pass. You got to be aware of motion. There's just a lot that Victor can hit you with. And, you know, once again, we've talked about size all year, Jeremy, and they've got a lot of it.
Ball fired back to Jamie Trimboli, who passes it off to, it looks like, Dan Barrow. Dan Barrow with a carry up the sideline, got himself all the way down to about the 35-yard line.
And that play kind of punches you in the gut because he had him 3rd and 3, and they almost had him stuck in the backfield. He had a couple lead blockers, and, boy, once he got around the corner, that was a huge gain.
Absolutely. Not many guys there to try and stop that play.
No, Rezegi lost his helmet on that play on the tackle, so he's got to come off for a play. 1st and 10 now at the Cadet 35. I don't know what to describe that formation, but there's a lot of guys in the backfield. There's a give to Dan Barrow.
Seemed to work, yeah. Dan Barrow making his way up to center, 6 foot, 175 pounds. Running back and linebacker for the Blue Devils.
Another big 6-yard gain there by Victor. Clock is under a minute left to play here in the first quarter, 44 seconds. Really been all Victor.
Blue Devils 6, Cadets 0 as we wind down the first quarter. Just something unusual. We don't usually see that. Usually it's the other way around at least. Ball passed off to Patrick Barrow of the Blue Devils. Doesn't look like he got very far, but it may be just enough for a first down.
And I just think that size and the push that Victor's getting on that offensive line is overwhelming Hilton at this point.
Yeah, no, it's got to be 3rd down and 1. It's really 3rd down at inches, really.
And that's going to end the quarter.
That'll end the quarter here. You're right, Mike, with the Blue Devils 6, the Hilton Cadets 0. And again, it is homecoming night here for the Cadets. We'll be back with more of the action. Stand by as we take a quick time out. You're listening to Hilton Cadet Football on villageradio.net.
Hilton Community Bulletin Board.
The Hilton Farmers Market is open on Sundays now through October 25th in the Park and Ride lot on the corner of Railroad Ave and Hovey Street. To be a vendor, contact Mayor Joe Lee at 794-7045.
If you'd like to talk on air about your community group's events, email us your name and phone number. Just click the link on the website at villageradio.net.
If you've ever thought it might be fun to work at a radio station, now's your chance. VillageRadio.net is seeking community volunteers. Maybe you're interested in hosting a weekly local village update, or maybe a daily high school sports report. How about reading daily Bible verses or even a weekly commentary on local village life? Maybe you'd like to be a play-by-play sports announcer.
From the corner and the street continues for 3.
The possibilities are endless. Just click the contact tab on the homepage at villageradio.net to email us of your interest and ideas.
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information. A public service announcement brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Cadet Football is on villageradio.net.
The Cadets 0 and the Blue Devils 6. You're listening to Hilton High School Football on villageradio.net. Don't forget that there's more of Hilton's greatest hits, and they're coming up after the game. You're listening to Cadet Football right here on villageradio.net. Mike, while we were gone, one quick play occurred.
First down, Victor.
It'll be a first down on the 26-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it's Patrick Barrow, the carrier. Nick Milgate, the tackler. They're down to the 23-yard line of the Cadets. Once again, I just the size of Victor is just somewhat overwhelming the Hilton defense right now.
Well, we've seen big guys face off against the Cadets before, and it wasn't really relevant. Blue Devils passing off to Barrow again. That's number 3, Patrick Barrow.
Yeah, usually if you say Barrow, it's going to hit 80% of the carries because you got Dan Barrow and Patrick Barrow.
You just look for the number 3 and the number 1.
Right. Another ball carrier, Tristan Ireland, number 6. He'll be a heavy ball carrier for Victor, as well as Trimboli, the quarterback.
Hilton 77. Cole Comden coming off the field. Ball given to Dan Barrow, number 1 of the Blue Devils. Looks like he might be shy of a first down. He is. That'll be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, Kyle Napier in on the tackle, and you're right, it is short, about 3rd and 2. Once again, this is 4-down territory probably for Victor. Not sure if they're kicking a field goal from here, but they should probably feel pretty confident about their running game right now.
Blue Devils waiting for the ball. They pass it off to Patrick Barrow of the Blue Devils. Looks like he is perhaps good for a first down on that one. Or not.
It's going to come up a little short. Ted Lawson in on the tackle. This will be 4th and short. And this type of play that if they can stop them here can definitely give the Cadets some momentum and get back in this game.
I don't see the Blue Devils kicking that ball tonight, given the fact that their kicker hasn't done such a great job so far. Well, they're going to go for it, and that looks like it's going to be good.
Number 11, Jamie Trimboli.
Quarterback sneak there. Good for a gain of 2. First down. First and 10 from about the Hilton 11.
You know, Trimboli and Letta, in the same ballpark, really. I mean, both guys around 6 foot, around 100, 185 pounds. There's not much difference with them. Trimboli gives the ball again to Barrow. That's Patrick Barrow, number 3 of the Blue Devils, who makes it about a yard, maybe 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Devils.
He was brought down by Justin Clayton, but another positive yardage. There's nothing secretive about what they're trying to do. They're just going between the tackles, seeing if you can stop them.
And so far, not doing a very good job.
Well, now they're going to a pitch.
Pitch pass back to the quarterback, Jamie Trimboli, who is taken down, looks like, the 9-yard line is where they're going to spot it. It'll be 3rd down.
Erlin on the carry there. Nick Milgate in on the tackle for Hilton, and that was a good play. I kept saying they'd be going tackle to tackle there. They try to sweep. This brings up a 3rd and 8. Victor on the Cadet 9-yard line.
8:34, Blue Devils up by 6. That's still showing 0. And Boley looking for his guy, almost sacked, intercepted. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, that was a good completion by the Blue Devils to number 88, Zach LaFay. That was very close to an interception on that last play. So that'll be a touchdown for the Blue Devils. That'll bring the score to 12-0. Let's see if they can get the extra point. Not sure what happened on that play. There was a lot of pressure on their quarterback. It was almost a sack.
The tight ends are just so big. I don't know what you can do. The guy just made a great play. 8:22 left, 12-0 now. Victor.
Blue Devils will go for the 2-point conversion.
And Blue Devils trying to make up for that previous lost field goal by going for a 2-point conversion on this. Ball passed off to Patrick Barrow.
Number 3, Patrick Barrow, 2-point conversion.
And it was good for the Blue Devils at 8:22. That'll put the Blue Devils at 14. The Cadets at 0. So not looking good in the first half of this game so far, Mike.
No, it's not. And I think it's, honestly, I don't know what adjustments the Cadets can make right now in terms of the offensive formations of Victor. Victor is just playing that smash mouth game, and they're just driving it right at them, and they're winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. And then they're using their tight ends when they have long yardage to go, and it's a deadly combination. I mean, the last touchdown was scored by LaFay. He's 6'5", 255 pounds. Well, I was talking to one of the coaches today. Gained 100 pounds from last year.
Well, I'll tell you, I just noticed something out here on the field while we're waiting for both teams to come back out here. The cheerleaders for Victor, the Blue Devils, they actually do push-ups every time the Blue Devils score. I can't imagine the biceps in some of these girls down there in Victor.
So
crack walnuts with those things.
If they did 6.
The way these guys play.
Number 22, Nick Barone to kick off. Back deep for the Cadets, number 3, Dylan Philbin. Number 42, Kyle Napier.
What do you think? Should the Hilton cheerleading department take up that stance?
Why not? You want bigger biceps?
Some of these games, well, I'll tell you, 50 points, 40 points. Unbelievable. And the Blue Devils kicking the ball high and long down the field. Looks like picked up by number 42, Kyle Napier for the return. Makes it to about the 31-yard line before he's taken down.
This will be Hilton's second possession, and this is what killed Rush Henrietta last week. Victor just held the ball and just kept running first down after first down. So with 8:17 left in the second, this is just Hilton's second offensive possession. So with that in mind, they really have to take advantage of every single possession they get.
Absolutely. There are teams that are good at a running play. There are teams that are great at a passing play. There are teams that are versatile at both. But I think what you're seeing from Victor is definitely the running game. Letta passed off to Dylan Philman, tries to make a go of it and loses about a yard on that play.
I mean, when he got the ball, there literally were 5 Victor players there with no blockers on him. So they just had to wait, contain him, and make the tackle for no gain.
And to give you an example here, Mike keeps talking about the size of Victor's players. Dylan Philman, senior, he's 5'8", 185 pounds. Not a small person by any means. Very athletic build. But he looked tiny out there.
He did.
Compared to the defensive line.
Got swallowed up.
Of the Victor Blue Devils. Ball fired to Letta again. Letta looking for his man. He seemed to have found him. Oh, no. That pass was intended for, it looks like Justin Rezegi.
I think it was Pittman, and I think he dropped it, right?
Flag down on the play.
Got a flag down on the field.
Could be Bailey Pittman. You may be right. It's on the far side of the field. Hard to see right now.
Looks like a roughing the passer penalty against Victor. So this will give it 15 yards and a first down for Hilton. I think that might be the one way to open up the game is through the air for Hilton. If they can get some passing plays going.
Catch the penalties and...
Exactly.
It'll be a 15-yard infraction.
It should be good for, what is it, automatic first down, or are they replaying second?
No, that's an automatic first down. They give him 15 yards. And I think that's some of that extracurricular stuff we were talking about earlier in the first quarter. And the officials couldn't ignore that play by Victor. So first and 10 for the Cadets at their own 48. High formation for Hilton. 2 receivers split right. Fullback trap to Lawson. He's at the 40, at the 35.
That's right, he's running all the way. Oh, and he almost fumbled as he was taken down at about the 36-yard line. And we've got another hit after the play, too, by Victor.
Lapani is outraged out there at that, too, Jeremy. It's cheap football, and we saw it last year, and
really
they'll keep doing it. No.
It's not like the Blue Devils aren't a capable team.
Yeah. But that's that fullback trap that we didn't see a lot of in the last couple games because they didn't need it. Huge game, and like you said, he almost fumbled it, but 1st and 10 now at the Victor 25. Cadets come up. Pittman splits wide to the right. I formation, double tight formation. Letta goes under center.
A lot of passing the ball off to Dylan Philman up the center for, looks like a gain of 3 or 4.
Tackle there by Patrick Barrow. Once again, just keep getting positive yards, Jeremy, at this point in the game, and then make a strike once you get inside the 10.
Second down, 7 to go for the Cadets. 6:45 if you're just joining us. The Blue Devils are up 14-0 over the Cadets. Kind of a brisk evening here tonight, too. 54 degrees, I believe, up here at Hilton.
54. How was the traffic riding through the parade?
Actually, I came in the back way, so I wasn't too bad.
You're very wise. Here's Letta on the carry.
Letta running the ball for a first down and more. Looks like he's made it to about the 10-yard line.
Big first down yardage. Andrew Russell in on the tackle for Victor, and Jeremy, this is what we're talking about. They got the ball now at the 11-yard line. Someone make a play. Cut this game to 7.
There you go, 1st and 10, as Mike said, on the 11. 6:12 left in the first half. Clock is ticking.
I formation for the Cadets. There's the ISO. Philman bounces out.
Blockage. Dylan Philman around the outside. They just happen to have an extra guy there to catch him.
Number 1, Dan Barrow on the tackle.
Dan Barrow with that tackle from the Blue Devils against number 3, Dylan Philman. Running back for the Cadets.
It was a 6-yard gain, Jeremy. Didn't look like it from up here, but...
No, sir, it didn't.
So you got 2nd and 4 from the...
Not a bad place to be.
6-yard line.
5:35, clock still ticking.
The Cadets are going to split it out here. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Lawson's back with a shotgun with Letta. He'll run the play.
Letta's running the ball himself. Gets down to about, looks like the 3rd-yard line.
3-yard line, yeah. I mean, he's very, very close. Patrick Barrow on the tackle for Victor. John Letta, the Cadets. He's short about a yard, 3rd and 1. And this is probably 4 down territory, Jamie, if they don't make it here. Or Jeremy. There's a Jamie Trimboli out there. If they don't make it on this play, they'll probably go for it on 4th is my guess.
I answered everything, Mike. You should hear what my wife calls me.
Hopefully not late for dinner. That's a really bad joke.
No, that's one of the few things I'm not late for.
Beautiful play.
Touchdown for Hilton. Looks like, who was that, number 17, Justin Rezeki with the touchdown?
No, that's John Letta.
John Letta ran it in. I'm sorry. I don't want to take anything away from John.
That was like a modified quarterback sneak. He took the handoff, he looked towards the middle, and then darted out behind his tackle, and there was just open daylight. Huge play there by the junior quarterback, and this game is Hilton is back in business.
Absolutely. 4:47 left in the first half. Cadets 6, Blue Devils 14. Christian Rank from the Cadets out there for the kick. That looks good. No, they're waving it off. I'm surprised at that. It looked like it was inside the left upright, but I'm not the one who makes that call, unfortunately.
Once again, that's a mistake Cadets really can't afford. Wanted to cut the game to 7. Now maybe if you score again, you go for 2. But it's a big confidence builder. The public address is playing happy by Farrell. Now what Hilton has to do is stop Victor. That's all they have to do. So 2 possessions for Hilton, 1 score. That extra point miss is costly, though.
Absolutely. Every point's going to count in this game, Mike.
Yeah, like so we said, it's 14-6 in favor of Victor over Hilton with 4:47 left here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, you have performances by the Hilton Marching Band, the cheerleaders. A lot going on in Hilton tonight.
So a lot of entertainment coming up here at the half. Christian Rank getting ready to kick the ball down the field to the Blue Devils.
He can redeem himself by kicking this one in the end zone. And it looks like he did. Nope.
Just shy. Ball picked up by number 4 of the Blue Devils. Running that straight down a little bit to the left side of the field.
Penalties flagged down on the play. Nick Milgate in on the tackle. The ball was brought up to about the 23-yard line. This isn't the spot usually, maybe of a block in the back or a face mask. Nope, we're going to get a holding penalty against Victor. And this is the type of mistake that the Cadets can capitalize on Jeremy. Stick them back farther, get them a stop in 3 plays, and possibly get another possession in before the end of the half.
That's going to be what, 10-yard, I believe?
Yeah, that'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So this ball they'll have 1st and 10 about their own 10-yard line now.
So actually better than Christian Rank being able to kick a touchback.
Variety. It'll be 1st and 10 Blue Devils from their own 9-yard line.
By the way, we'd like to thank you for listening to locally owned and operated villageradio.net. If you're enjoying today's broadcast of Hilton Cadet Football, please tune in for future sports broadcasts as well as community information and Hilton's greatest hits.
Trimboli on the carry there for maybe a gain of 3 or 4. Lawson once again in on the play. There's got to be more linebackers making plays than just Ted Lawson out there. They got Spallina, they've got Kyle Napier, Nick Milgate. There's some other linebackers got to start making some plays. Yeah, maybe a gain of 3 on that 2nd and 7. 4-10. Hilton still has all 3 of their timeouts, so.
4 minutes, 6 seconds left in the first half. Blue Devils leading 14 over the Cadets 6. If you're just joining us, it's been a tumultuous game so far. Looks like Patrick Barrow up the center from the Blue Devils, making it to the 20-yard line. That should move the chains.
Once again, number 11.
No, I think that was Trimboli once again. He faked the Barrow and then made a big gain. Looks like a 1st down yardage, tackled by Mike Spallini of the Cadets.
I'll take your word for it, Mike. Again, I'm having trouble seeing these numbers on these uniforms.
There's a lot of movement in that backfield.
It's a fantastic press box, by the way. The only downfall is these screens are right in your way. We had to remove one. Get the backlight from the field. You can't see the numbers.
Patrick Barrow in on the carry.
There he is.
Nick
I was
Milgate.
just early with the call, I think.
Nick Milgate makes the tackle for the Cadets. About a 2nd and 6.
4-yard gain on the play.
Once again, I can see how they churn the clock. They're just relentless at that running game. Relentless.
Sorry, Mike, 3:12 left on the clock. Blue Devils 14, Cadets 0. Trimboli looking for his man, and they've sacked him.
He's sacked.
Nice job. Well, the Cadets take him down.
At the 15-yard line. Looked like Justin Clayton led the way for the Cadets. That's a huge play right there.
Absolutely. And Justin's not a small guy either.
Clayton into the backfield for the Cadets. Clayton bringing him down, the loss of 5 on the play to bring up 3rd down and 13.
3rd down, 13 yards to go for the Blue Devils. This is definitely a advantage for the Cadets.
And I also forgot to put Cole Comden in on that tackle. 3rd and 13. Big play right now.
Cole Comden, by the way, 6'3", 240-pound senior. Somebody fed him well.
Trimboli back to pass, looking straight down the field, looking for one of his tight ends.
And he is incomplete. Nice pass, I'll give him that. He just great coverage by the Cadets.
Pass was intended for Mitch Kane. Good coverage there provided by Rezegi, yeah. So now with 3 timeouts, they're going to get the ball back, hopefully about the 50-yard line. Who knows if they could churn 30, 35 yards, maybe pop in a field goal. Who knows? But Hilton's only attempted, I think, 1 or 2 passes, so they still have the passing game they can go on. So Pittman and Rezegi are back at their own 48. That's a bad punt.
Is kicking high, not very far. Ball lands about the 40-yard line inside their own territory. Not a good kick at all.
No, and that sets the Cadets up with great field position for their 3rd possession. There's 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in the half. 1st and 10 at the 41.
And as you said earlier, Mike, these are the little things that may make a huge difference in a game like this. The Blue Devils making mistakes that could cost them dearly.
Yeah, earlier they had roughing the quarterback against when it was on John Letta, and then this was just a bad punt. Cadets are in business. They split receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Patented I formation.
Yeah. He's already given a ball to Dylan Philman.
No, that's Ted Lawson. Full back.
And he jumped the line, and that's a touchdown for Hilton. Unbelievable. I thought Ted Lawson was out at about the 20. Those of you who couldn't see that, Ted did a little hop, skip, and a jump. Was able to stay in bounds at the 20-yard line for a touchdown. He's still laying on the ground, though. This is not good for Ted Lawson.
Well, from what I saw, I felt he got face mask going into the end zone. Cheap shot. I don't know if there's a replay, obviously. There was not a penalty called. The kid's tough. He's down on the ground. I hope that wasn't a cheap shot that put him down on the ground. Either way, that score elevates the Cadets to within 2 points. But you don't want to have that guy hurt because he's most of your defense.
I did not catch that incident that you're describing, and it may be true. Mike, I didn't see that.
Well, and I hope I'm wrong, too. But my coaching eyes, that's what I thought I saw. But sometimes...
they are biased coaching eyes, though. We have to...
Sometimes when you get tackled, it was weird. He kind of backed into the end zone, and it just would look like an awkward fall. So with that, he could have... Hopefully it's just a cramp, but I don't know.
Absolutely. I mean, he did hit hard and backwards when he landed as well.
I just see a lot of coaches down there. I see Coach Harmon and Coach Lapani talking at the 5-yard line. I don't know if they're just talking about whether to go for 2 or not, or what do we do if this is one of those lingering injuries or whatever it is. But Lawson's a tough kid, and he doesn't go down easily.
While the officials are checking out Ted Lawson, who looks like he's getting up. He's getting up. He's limping a little bit, which sends me or makes me tend to believe that whether or not there was a face mask in that play, I don't
want to get away from that. I don't want to speak out of turn, but it's an ankle.
Yeah, I believe he just came down the wrong way when he entered the end zone. And he did an amazing little hop, skip, and a jump is the only way I can describe it, to stay in bounds and dodge a linebacker to make it into the end zone for that last touchdown. So with 1:56 left in the first half, the score is Cadets 12, Blue Devils 14. And this is a good place to be. 2-point conversion evens things up. Fortunately, Ted Lawson carried off the field.
He is moving extremely slowly and very gingerly with the help of 2 coaches. I really don't like the looks of this.
Well, he seems like a tough guy.
Now they're picking him up and walking him over, so. Here comes Letta rolling out. Pass attempt to Bailey Pittman. 2-point conversion is no good, but with the touchdown, Hilton comes back 14-12 with Ted Lawson's 41-yard fullback trap up the middle of the field. And we have 1 minute and 56 seconds left in the half.
So a very interesting first half, too, by the way, Mike.
You see Mr. Lawson down there on the field. He's obviously checking out his son. Like I said, this is a season changer for the Cadets if this is a bad injury. I'm just saying that. He's having I'm not going to prognosticate.
Well, certainly not going to help the Cadets. I understand where you're going with that one. Ted's been pivotal in many of his roles and plays that he's made here this season. So losing him would be a great detriment.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at body language of the Cadet coaches, and it's not good.
Back to the line, Christian Rang getting ready to kick the ball down the field to the Blue Devils. 1:56 left in the second quarter, first half. Blue Devils 14, Cadets 12. Rang winding up. Kicks it long, hard, and straight down the field to about the 10-yard line. Picked up. They're going to try and run it. Didn't get very far.
Looks like Nick DeRoy's made the tackle for the Cadets. And once again, this type of thing sometimes inspires your team a little bit there. You know, you got one of your leaders, your captains goes down. You're going to play inspired football. Play for him, at least for tonight.
Went down performing, a noble feat, which is getting that touchdown. That much-needed touchdown. That was Mitch Kane from the Blue Devils who carried that back. To the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. The line they go. Jimmy Trimboli in shotgun formation, looking for his man. Fires it, and it's incomplete. Kyle Napier there with a breakup on that play. Kyle was able to get his mitts in there and break that up.
Mitts, I like that word. Word from
I'm old school.
It's good. Word from the sideline is we got an ankle injury there at number 40, senior Ted Lawson of the Cadets. The severity is just not known at this point, but like I said, he couldn't put any weight on it coming over, and they had to carry him off. So trainer Jeff Zink is down there assessing and evaluating his injury. We'll see what goes on. 2nd and 10 for the Cadets, the Blue Devils.
Holy giving the ball off to Dan Barrow.
Well, that looks like a fumble. They're saying he's down.
Little chaos up here in the press box. There's an argument over the time left on the clock. So the clock is in dispute right at the moment. The clock is now being run down.
Yeah, the seconds are very valuable here in the end of the. So both sides are really paying close attention to it. So if there's any problem, even 1 or 2 seconds, they get fired up over it.
Minute 20, 19. Official start.
That was number 1, Dan Barrow on the carry.
Seems
Napier.
Number 1, Dan Barrow on the carry.
Carrying the ball.
Kyle Napier made a nice tackle there for the Cadets. Not until after a first down. The Cadets are really just trying to make them run out the clock.
I think Kyle's got it out for both Barrow brothers. He's gone after both of them each time.
So I saying I wanted more people to start making tackles besides Teddy, but Ted's obviously out of the game, so it's the other guys that got to make the plays now.
That doesn't make me nervous, seeing how the Cadets have played in multi-roles.
Trimboli back to pass, going to the sidelines. Try to keep him in bounds. Tackle made by Kyle Napier. Catch made by Zach LaFay. Stops the clock with 46 seconds left. I believe Victor has 2 timeouts left. Lapani is not happy with the official over there on that side. Maybe he wanted the clock to keep going as they thought they kept the receiver inbounds, which means that'd make Victor burn a timeout.
That right. Or let that clock run out. 46 seconds left in the first half. 14-12, Blue Devils.
Trimboli back to pass. He sends out 4 receivers. And
pass is good, but still shy of a first down. Caught him at about the 49-yard line.
Pass play to number 82, Mike Nowitzki, and that was like a little drag pattern. You send the 4 guys out and then just drag him across the middle.
Number 22, Nicholas Milgate. That's with the tackle.
Timeout Victor on that play. 34 seconds left in the first half. Scoring summary in the first quarter. Jamie Trimboli of the Victor Blue Devils had an 11-yard run for a score with 9 minutes and 7 seconds left. The kick was no good. In the second quarter, a 9-yard reception by LaFay from Trimboli. It's 8:22 left. And the 2-point conversion was good by Patrick Barrow, making the score 14-0 Victor. And then John Letta responded with a 4-yard quarterback keeper. Kick failed at 4 minutes and 47 seconds left. Hilton was down 14-6. And then the most recent score, Ted Lawson with a 41-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion failed. Our present score, Victor Blue Devils 14, Hilton 12.
Today's broadcast, by the way, is brought to you thanks to the cooperation of the Hilton Central School District and Mike Duritzy, Director of Physical Education and Athletics. If you missed any of today's live football action, you can listen and download a podcast of the game shortly after it airs. Just click the Cadet Sport Podcast tab on homepage at villageradio.net. Back to the field, 49-yard line. Blue Devils have possession.
It looks like this is going to be a timeout by Hilton.
Timeout, Cadets.
You're right, Mike. Hilton did call a timeout on that, so it's both teams taking a timeout here with just a few seconds left in the first half. Not a bad position for Hilton to be in. 12-14 is not the end of the world.
No, I think they're in a great position. I mean, I think Lawson just took off his shoulder pads, so he's done for the night. And let's just hope that this is just a one-game deal and he's able to come back in the other games. The school doctors down there, the trainers down there, so they are giving him some heavy evaluation. Lawson obviously does not look happy. This is the type of game he's been waiting his whole career. Coach Berzak's down there consoling him, giving him a knock on the head. From what I've known and what I've seen before, this doesn't look good. But yeah.
Always the eternal optimist, Mike.
You prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
There you go.
Reaching out, touching me, touching
Another crowd favorite by Neil Diamond. Sweet Caroline, and here comes the Blue Devils. 3rd and 2 from their own 49.
Should we do the ba-ba-ba part when we're supposed to?
I've done it a few times in my time. Trips left, 2 receivers to the right. Trimboli's alone in the shotgun. He's just going to run it. That was their game plan. Split everybody out and let him take it on his shoulders. He's got first down yardage. Mike Spallina in on the tackle for the Cadets. But once again, there goes those chains. Victor, I believe, has 1 timeout remaining. They get right back to the line of scrimmage. Same formation.
That's right. 1 timeout remaining. Burned one earlier in the first quarter. Second one just a minute ago. Ball is passed to Dan Barrow of the Blue Devils, but he's run out of bounds before the first down.
And there's a flag down on the play, and I think we're going to get a hold. And that's exactly what it is against Victor. So that's a pretty big penalty. That'll send them back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It's about their own 40. Pretty good pass play once again there. That time they split 4 receivers down. The tight end came across, and then a guy looped out in the flats. Just a lot of stuff coming in the Cadet secondary.
Absolutely, and these are the things that are going to cost Victor dearly. These mistakes. For those of you who are Buffalo Bills fans,
you know about penalties.
The most penalized team in the NFL right now. Those mistakes certainly cost you games.
About a 1st and 20. Looks like they're just going to run out the clock. Oh, but
they're going to try for it. That was Patrick Barrow again. I'm sorry, Dan Barrow, Patrick's brother. It's hard to tell them apart. They're twins.
Yeah.
So that was Dan Barrow, who ended up pretty much almost the same spot he was when before the foul.
Mike Spallina made the tackle, moved the guy out of bounds. It looks like a gain of 15. 10 seconds now left. You know, they make a pass play, get the ball out of bounds. They can try to pop in a field goal here. I don't know. Maybe they go for it all and go for the goal line, but they probably have 2 plays left.
Maybe we'll have Kyle Napier get in there for an interception and run it back for a touchdown. You never know, Mike. All right, flying off to...
Here's a reverse pass.
I was just going to say,
and now he's going to throw it. Here we go.
Going way back, way deep. Trimboli looking for his man. Finds it, and Dan Barrow up the field. That's good for a first down at the 30-yard line.
But that's the half.
Thank goodness that Bailey Pittman was where he was. Had his hands on that ball, almost took it away from Patrick Barrow at that point there, but Patrick just a little bit larger than Bailey Pittman on that play. Was able to just manhandle the ball back. Good for a first down. So that'll end the first half here at LeBeau Field. The Blue Devils 14, the Cadets 12. I'm Jeremy Pilot along with Mike Heiss. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back after the half.
Cadet Football is on villageradio.net. Now, off to the broadcast booth for all the excitement on your home for Hilton High School sports.
Hello and welcome to villageradio.net's coverage of Hilton High School football. Tonight's homecoming game between the Victor Blue Devils and the Hilton Cadets is a barn burner. Presently, the Victor Blue Devils hold a 14-12 lead over the Cadets at the half. Scoring summary in the first half: first 4, for Victor. Jamie Trimboli, an 11-yard run. The kick was no good. Score was 6-0 at 9:07 left in the first quarter. Then a 9-yard reception by LaFay by Victor with 8:22 left made the score 14-0 with the 2-point conversion.
Absolutely. Got about 2 minutes left here in the half.
And then Letta got on the scoreboard for the Cadets with a 4-yard keeper. Kick failed, 14-6 with 4:47 left. And then Ted Lawson scored on a 40-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion failed, and that leads us to our present score, 14-12. Word out of the locker room, Ted Lawson will not be appearing in the second half here, and it's feared he may have broken a bone in his ankle. So also some scores from around the county. Canandaigua has a 28-21 lead over Spencerport, and Irondequoit leads Athena 14-0.
Well, that's right, Mike. As a matter of fact, while I was standing in line at the concession stand, I saw Lawson being loaded into an ambulance and being taken away. So looks like he's definitely going to be done for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think the Cadets are going to end up with the ball to start here in the second half, and obviously they just want to churn some first downs, get a touchdown. Really, not a whole ton of offense. Really, 2 big plays where the fullback trap plays by Lawson, and now he's gone. So in terms of who will play that position, it most likely will be number 25 junior Mike Spallina.
I apologize for not coming back with your Gatorade, but the line was so long I ended up having to run back up here, and I was empty-handed. So thankfully, our on-site producer, Christine, she's going to grab that for you.
Oh, what a lady, what a lady. And Jeremy, while you were gone, I got an unofficial account on the estimate of the amount of people. We're definitely over 3,000 people here tonight.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And probably more listeners out there in the Hilton community.
Well, we certainly appreciate everybody listening, tuning in. And certainly a huge turnout tonight.
And I won't belabor the point here, but there are no captain, no number 40 going out there for the Cadets. Just fill them in, Justin Clayton and Brandon Cutter. I said earlier, sometimes when these injuries happen, the team rallies around that loss and comes through. I was talking to RJ at halftime, and he said, do you think they can come out and squeak out a win here? I do. I think they can. I'm just afraid of that loss of Lawson because his presence on defense will be sorely missed. And then again, he's like half a lineman as a fullback, and he's had 2 big runs today. So it's going to be an uphill battle, but they can do it.
Certainly can. By the way, if you're a nonprofit club or organization here in Hilton, let our listeners know about your events and fundraisers. Just click the What's Happening tab on our website to email us your information. We send it at least 2 weeks in advance, and remember to include contact information in the form of an email address or phone number. Inclusion community bulletin board updates and What's Happening reports are all offered free of charge. It's a community service at villageradio.net. Isn't that nice?
That is very, very nice.
Applefest just this last weekend. Did you go?
I did not. My wife and daughter went. I usually go and will just eat my way through every booth.
Really?
Yes, I do. I love it.
I did not get the opportunity to come up. But,
well, you're sick now.
A large turnout.
It was. The Hilton Applefest and Homecoming, 2 big events. And I think, as I said earlier, the Cadets will receive the second half kickoff, see what they can do with it. Like I said, Mike Spallina will probably be the fullback. That's a tall order to take over from Lawson. So we'll see how he does. But Spallina is one of those. He's a sectional champion wrestler and finished 7th in the state last year. So he's definitely tough and rugged.
All right, the Blue Devils setting the ball on the 40-yard line, getting ready to kick it off. Back 2.
Number 42, Kyle Didier.
And he kicks the ball. It's a long, high one.
Philman at the goal
Dylan
line.
Philman, right, has it. He's running it back up the center. A lot of speed there. It was about the fastest I've ever seen him run. Makes it to about the 21-yard line. Or 26-yard line. My apology.
26-yard line, 1st and 10. And this will see if Hilton changes their play calling at all with a loss of Lawson. But not a lot of carries by Philman. Not really a ton of carries by Letta in that first half. They had that big 15-yard penalty on the roughing the quarterback, which really helped them out in their yardage.
All right. 1st and 10, Cadets at the 26-yard line. 11:54 on the clock in the third quarter. Blue Devils 14, Cadets 12. Again, for those of you just joining us, Ted Lawson out of the game. Taken away by ambulance from LeBeau Field.
There goes Pittman in motion. Fakes the
Jonathan let it. Yep, with the fake, you're right. Tried to make it around the outside, was caught and brought down. Looks like they're going to spot him right at the same 26-yard line.
Chad Parker on the tackle for the Blue Devils.
Forgive me, they gave him 2 yards on that. It didn't look like 2 yards, but they gave it to him.
No, actually, they lost 2 there, Jeremy. They're going to send him back to 2nd and 12.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are right, Mike. I'm reading everything backwards here. They were at the 26. Now they're at the 24. That is a loss of 2 yards.
Staff at the Bryant Bathrooms. Casey Bergio, please meet the staff by the...
Let it with the ball. He gets it knocked away. That pass will be incomplete.
Batted away there by Zach LaFay, that 6'5" dude. I say dude because he's a dude, 255 pounds.
He's a dude.
That qualifies you as a dude. So that brings up now a 3rd and 12. So this drive's not going too far.
So if you're under 6'5", what does that make you? Less of a dude?
Less of a dude.
Less of a dude. You know, all the short regular people guy. They're mad at you right now.
Well, I'm one of them. So
there you go.
All right, Jeremy, 3rd and 12 here. It's definitely a passing situation. Got an I formation, 2 receivers split to the left, tight end to the right.
Let it in tight. Looks like it's going to be a running play here, Mike. And a fake. Gives the ball to Bailey Philman, who fires it down the field to Justin Rezegi. Oh, that's pass interference if I ever saw it.
Nah.
He hooked his arm and pulled him to the ground before he even had the ball. Are they going to let that stand? Looks like they might.
I truly thought he should have caught that pass. It looked like it was hitting his shoulder pads. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but the pass was thrown by Pittman and kind of caught Victor a little bit by surprise. It brings up a 4th down.
That was a great play, and if they only could have capitalized on that. So that'll put the Cadets at 4th down, kicking it away. Oh, and the ball is kicked. Oh, no, and the Blue Devils have picked up the ball that was deflected during the kick and run it in for a touchdown. That's a mistake that Hilton could not afford to make, Mike.
No, and I think, you had the pass that I felt should have been caught, and then they get caught off guard there, and the punt is blocked by Zach Estabrooks, and he returns the ball about 3 yards for a score, and that is a momentum changer.
Certainly is.
Number 13, Mike Matheson to attempt the extra point.
Blue Devils getting ready to kick for their extra point. That'll make it 21-12 in favor of the Blue Devils, if this is good. Ball set, he kicks it, and that looks like it'll be good, and it is. Putting the Blue Devils at 21, Cadets 12, 11:03 on the clock in the 3rd. And there go the Blue Devil cheerleaders again. This is what I was talking about before. They come out and they do this push-up routine every time their team scores.
They've been putting up some points this year, so that's going to be some working out for them. Once again, if you can score on special teams, that's definitely a bonus for your team. So Hilton will get the ball back here again. They have to start making some plays.
Do you ever wonder if the Hilton cheerleaders, the Cadet cheerleaders, look down on the other end of the field and see them doing that and going, nah, we're good?
I do. I think
we're good.
We're good.
You can have the push-ups.
We'll stick to our cheerleading routine.
Routines, yeah.
Keep rocking those out, which they're very good at it.
Number 22.
And again, Blue Devils returning the field to kick the ball back to the Cadets. After that last turnover.
Philman and Gast back at their own 5.
And that'll be a touchback as it's caught in the end zone.
Brings it out now to the 20. Cadets got their second possession of the second half. 1st and 10. We'll see what they can come up with. Really not much on their second down plays, and they had that gimmick play where they had Pittman throw a reverse pass. Did not work. It was intended for Justin Rezegi, but
had that worked, it would have been in some great YouTube material come Monday morning.
It was about the 50-yard line they would have gotten the ball at, and I don't know. You have to see it on replay, but I thought it was
To me, it looked like he got hooked on the arm there and pulled to the ground. To me, that was pass interference, but not the way they saw it.
There's Dylan Philman around the end. He's over the 30.
That's right, around the outside. He's made it to the 30 and making it difficult for the Blue Devils to bring him down. It was Mike DeMarco of the Blue Devils, number 10, who effectively made the tackle against Dylan Philman.
Dylan Philman on the carry. So maybe we're going to see a bigger dose of Dylan Philman here without Lawson in there. So we have to wait and see. Once again, the passing attack can also open things up for Hilton.
Hilton back to the line. Letta in tight. Passed off to Dylan Philman again. Makes a good attempt at 4 or 5, maybe even 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, I think when he sees that on the replay, he's going to kick himself because he kind of got tripped up there. He usually breaks those tackles and gains a few more yards, but brings up a 2nd and 5. 10 minutes, 15 seconds left.
Spotted at the 40-yard line.
Third quarter.
Still in Hilton territory. Trying to make it over the hump there. A little easier going downhill than it is uphill. And another running play by the Cadets. Dylan Philman walking away from that. Gain of about 3 yards.
Tackle on the play there by Chad Parker. Brings up a 3rd and 3. This is a big play. I mean, it's just a 3rd and 3 with 9 minutes and 35 seconds left, but keeping the ball away from Victor. They really got to get this first down.
On the line, waiting for it. Let in shotgun formation. Gets the ball. He's going to run it. Oh, no, and he's hit. And the ball comes loose. It's a fumble. Picked up by Dan Barrow, number 1 of the Blue Devils, who runs it in again for yet another touchdown for the Blue Devils. 9-16, 27 points for the Blue Devils. Hilton looking a little rattled here after the loss of Ted Lawson.
Extremely, and I mean, you give up a blocked punt, and now there's a fumble. You know, I think Letta hasn't fumbled all year. And not only does he fumble it, it just picks Dan Barrow picks it up right in stride and bolts towards the end zone for the score, bringing the score now to 27-12.
This is not the Cadets I'm used to watching here play, Mike. Definitely something going on here tonight. And it's not that Victor is a bad team by any means, but I didn't see them being any more aggressive than some of the others that Hilton has played today. Extra point is good. That'll bring the score 28. Blue Devils. Cadets 12. 9-16 left in the third.
Yeah, no, Victor, they're pretty good. I don't think there's any doubt about it. I just think they're opportunistic now here in the second half. Blocking a punt. They're going for the throat. Letta, you're looking at him kind of making that first down, and instead he gets the ball stripped. I don't know. The momentum shift is just huge. I thought it was big when Lawson got hurt, but I felt like Hilton can come out and establish some offense, and it's just going south.
Well, we still have plenty of time for things to happen. We can't count them out yet.
Oh no, I'm never, going to count them out. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
Blue Devils returning to the field now. This will be deja vu for us, as this is the third time we've watched the Blue Devils kick it away.
In less than 3 minutes,
I think. 3 minutes, you're right, Mike.
Last kickoff was a touchback. We'll see how the Blue Devils kicker does this time. Kicks away.
That one's good. Looks like Kyle Napier picked that up. Oh, he's bobbing and weaving, but he's caught. Gonna say it's the 26-yard line. Let's see where they spot him.
Tackles made there by Andrew Russell of Victor. Once again, Hilton's going to have to get like some big plays on special teams too. Grind out some offense, maybe have a return for a score, maybe get a fumble or two, and try to strike back in that manner.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. 9 minutes, 8 seconds left on the clock. Cadets have some serious work to do here. they're going to make any attempt to try and gain some points here. Jonathan Letta with the ball, running it for a first down, and then some. Boy, they had to grab a hold of his jersey and whip him around to bring him down.
There's the John Letta we know.
Jack Callahan of the Blue Devils. Literally had to grab a hold of that jersey and spin him around to get him on the ground.
Good gain of 23 on that play.
It'll be first and 10 Hilton for their own 47.
Ups to the 47-yard line of Hilton. Here comes the Cadets. Split receiver left, split two receivers split to the right.
First and 10, 47-yard line. Letta in shotgun formation. Falls fire back, almost dropped. Letta tries to make an attempt at running that ball and loses about 3 yards on that. 2 yards, rather.
Yeah, and he faked the jet sweep there to Dylan Philman and then tried to power it up inside. And he just literally got swallowed up by the defensive line of Victor. They've scouted us very well, or scouted Hilton very well, and they're not biting on that fake to Philman. 2nd and 12.
56, Chad Parker from the Blue Devils, making the tackle against Letta on that last play.
210-pounder. Letta back to pass.
Fires it way high and long. Too high and long, actually. Looks like that was intended for
Bailey Pittman.
Yep. But just a little bit too far.
Even if you'd throw that, at least it says you got to stretch out the defense a little bit. That's one of those, let's go for the home run. It's 2nd and long. But now, Jeremy, you got 3rd and 12 is a definite passing situation. The Cadets are coming out and trips left. Wide receiver right. Letta from the shotgun.
Fires it back to Letta. Letta looking for his man. It's going to be a passing play. Bailey Pittman again, who this time does make it good. Dodges 2 guys. Running all the way to the 10, the 5. He's in for a touchdown. Bailey Pittman making the touchdown. That'll bring the score to 18-28, 7:46 in the 3rd. Cadets 18, Blue Devils 28. The crowd goes wild here at LeBeau Field, as they should. So this game is not over. The Cadets have not given up. Caught Victor completely off guard with that. They had 2-man coverage on Bailey Pittman at the end of the field, but Bailey was able to bob and weave and sew his way through that sweater.
The ball, he made a really nice adjustment while the ball was in the air. It didn't hit him perfectly, but Pittman made a nuts dart across the middle for a little bit, and then, like you said, bobbed and weaved in for the score. Now the Cadets will go for a 2-point conversion. They'll go trips right, wide receiver left, shotgun. Mike Spallina's back.
Put him in a nice position scoring-wise. Looks like they may be good for it. Yeah, looks like they hit it. It is good. 2-point conversion is good for the Cadets. That'll bring the score, Cadets 20, Blue Devils 28, 7:46 in the 3rd. So, Mike, we've watched 2 major malfunctions on the Cadets team, which led to points scored by the Blue Devils. Had those points not been given up, Hilton would be in the lead right now.
Exactly, and I think that's the sign of a good team, a well-coached team, is when you don't give up, things are not going your way. You had a couple touchdowns that you gave up on a punt return for a score and then a fumble return. And then wham, Bailey Pittman. That kid can make big plays, and he just did right there. Letta made a nice run on a few plays before that. So you're right. This team is not done. A lot of time left here, even in the 3rd quarter, with 7 minutes and 46 seconds to go.
Touchdown and a field goal would tie everything up.
Now you see if the Cadets on defense, because I don't even think we've played defense in the second half yet, have we?
That's still up for debate.
Yeah, I just think we've been on offense every time we punt return for a score, we fumble for a score, and then we just scored. I think that's been all the possessions here in the second half.
Christian Ryan getting ready to kick the ball down the field. Let's see if he can make it a touchback, which would help significantly. It was not a touchback. Dan Barrow, number 1 from the Blue Devils, was able to make it out to about the 21-yard line from the end zone.
He was brought down by number 14, David Guest of the Cadets.
David Guest of the Cadets, number 14, was the one responsible for taking him down. Dan Barrow from the Blue Devils on that play.
Well, now it'll be interesting to see who the Cadets use in a replacement for Teddy Lawson there at middle linebacker, or what type of adjustment they make.
1st and 10 on the 23 for the Blue Devils. Hand the ball off to Dan Barrow of the Blue Devils. Looks like he was good for maybe a yard or two on that.
Tackle made there by Nick Milgate. Just some more scores from around the county. The Canandaigua-Spencerport game, Canandaigua still leads 28-21 in the second half. And the Irondequoit-Athena game has pulled closer with Irondequoit in the lead, 14-7.
But let's be honest, this is the game we're all really worried about.
This is the game of the week, without question. 2nd and 8 for Victor.
Looks like mass chaos in the Blue Devil line. I don't know if that was intended or not, but it did allow number 3 Patrick Barrow to sneak up through there.
Trimboli keeps the ball there. Mike Spallina in on the tackle for Hilton. Clock continues to roll. 6:43 and counting here in the third quarter.
3rd down and 1.
.32-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. This would be great if Hilton could keep them here. Looks like we've got a fumble and a recovery by Hilton. The tables are turning. Oh, and the officials wave it off. They're going to call it pass incomplete. Nicholas DeRoy down there on the field, getting everybody on the Hilton sideline revved up there to boo the officials on that. What I have to admit was a crappy call, too. We're just going to mark that up as a crappy call. That was a legitimate fumble.
Plays like that can definitely turn a game, and especially the Cadets had the momentum. Otherwise, Victor's got a 1st down. Man in motion. Trimboli keeps the ball, goes right up the middle. Still on his feet.
No, that was Dan Barrow actually running with the ball on that one. Number 1.
Number 11, Trimboli on the keeper. He was brought down to number 24,
Bailey Pittman makes the tackle for the Cadets. Big gain, though, down to the Cadet 48-yard line.
That's right, Mike. 1st and 10 at the 48. 5:45 left in the third. Clock is still ticking. Hilton has got to stop them. They cannot let them score in this quarter. If they can do that, they have a really good chance at pulling this off. Roley passes the ball to Dan Barrow. Doesn't make it very far. As a matter of fact, that looks like he's down for a loss of a yard right at the 50-yard line.
Number 1, Dan Barrow on the carry. He was met immediately in the line of scrimmage by number 49,
Donnie Newford makes the tackle for Hilton. And that play, Victor just overloaded the right side of the line, and you're thinking that they're going to run to the right, and they kicked it back to the left. It did not fool the Cadets, and mainly Donnie Newford. Cadets are really flushing their secondary up. No one's deeper than 7 yards.
We've seen a lot out of Newford this year. Ball run up the center again by, looks like, number 1, Dan Barrow of the Blue Devils.
Number 3, Patrick Barrow.
I'm sorry, it was his brother Patrick. They're twins. It's hard to tell them apart.
Spallina and Nick Dory in on the tackle for Hilton. Time is rolling still here at LeBeau Field. 4:22 left in the third quarter. 28-20, Victor over Hilton.
3rd down, 6 yards to go at the 45-yard line for the Blue Devils.
Big play, man comes in motion, one of their tight ends. Look to the right side.
Ball hike back to Trimboli, who runs the ball with a blocker in front of him. 3 men on him, and they bring him down, but not till he gets to about the 12-yard line.
Huge play there by Victor. They brought their tight end in motion, made a fake to the running back, and then just followed the tight end in the hole. You could literally tell Trimboli had his hand on his back and just kept pushing forward and kept going for a huge huge gain.
And that was Zachary Thorpe and Justin Rezegi who were responsible for taking him down at the 14-yard line. Very, very fast quarterback, Jamie Triboli. Oh, we've got encroachment.
Flag on the play.
By the Blue Devils. False start. That's going to move them back.
Five-yard infraction. First and 15 from the 19.
Number 80, Jacob Newsman, taking over some of the plays for Teddy Lawson at defense for the Cadets.
That was number 76, by the way. Christian, is it Pereira? How do you pronounce his last name?
Pereira.
Pereira.
Dan Barrow on the carry.
Who was pointing out that false start to the officials. He did everything right, stood up and pointed right at the guy. His fault.
Big run there by Victor. Once again, they're in business. 3:35 left in the third quarter. 2nd and 2.
He is a big boy, that Christian Pereira, too. I was just looking over his stats. 5'8", 290 pounds.
And he lost weight.
Dan Barrow trying to make an end run for the end zone.
Really nice shoestring tackle there by Bailey Pittman.
What'd you call that tackle?
Shoestring. That's a tongue twister, and I didn't do it
right. No, you did it well. I did.
Okay.
Those of us at home would call that he tripped him, but shoestring. Yeah, you're right. That is hard to say.
Say it 3 times fast.
Right. That does sound more official, doesn't it?
3rd and 1.
Hey, you tripped our guy. No, that's a shoestring tackle. Trust me, we know what we're doing. Ball passed off to Dan Barrow again. And that'll make for a touchdown for the Blue Devils. 34-20. 2:41 in the third quarter. Plenty of time still for the Cadets to pull something off. Nathan Weiber coming off the field for the Cadets. There goes the kick. Let's see if it's good for an extra point. It looks good. Is good. That'll bring the Blue Devils to 35. The Cadets 20. 2 minutes, 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Any updates, Mike, on Ted Lawson's condition, by the way?
No, some of the coaches, I was getting some texts from at halftime, and there was a probable broken bone in his ankle somewhere. And like I said, the body language on the coaches was not good. I saw assistant coach Andy Foreman go over to him at halftime, give him a big hug, and you could just tell he felt for the kid. So let's prepare for the worst, hope for the best, but doesn't look too good for number 40.
There you go. Thanks for listening, by the way, to locally owned and operated villageradio.net. If you're enjoying today's broadcast of Hilton Cadet Football, please tune in for future sports broadcasts, as well as community information and Hilton's greatest hits. Today's broadcast is a production of villageradio.net with special thanks to the Hilton Central School District and Mike Girizzi, Director of Physical Education and Athletics. If you have any questions or comments regarding tonight's broadcast, simply email us by clicking on the contact tab at villageradio.net. Back to a familiar scenario, the Blue Devils kicking the ball back to the Cadets. 2 minutes 41 on the clock. For those of you just joining us, the Blue Devils are 35 to Cadets 20. Ball is high and long. Picked up by Dylan Philman.
The 15.
At the 15, he's at the looks like he's at the 29-yard line.
Number 17, Ryan Freeze on the tackle.
Ryan Freeze in on the tackle for Victor. Scoring in this game so far, Trimboli started off for Victor with an 11-yard touchdown run, followed by a 9-yard reception by LaFay. 2-point conversion was good, 14-0. Letter responded with a 4-yard keeper. Kick failed, 14-6. Then Ted Lawson with a big 41-yard scamper. 2-point conversion failed, 14-12. We'll get the rest after this play. Hilton
Cadets at the line, bent over, led in shotgun formation. Blue Devils spread thin. Letta's going to run the ball. Looks like he's down to the line of scrimmage.
The second half has been a little bit topsy-turvy in terms of the scoring. The first two scores were by Victor, number 21, Zach Estabrooks. Returned a fake or blocked punt, about 5 yards, 21-12 over Victor. And then Dan Barrow returned a fumble recovery, 42 yards for a score. The kick was good, 28-12. And then Bailey Pittman, that big 45-yard touchdown reception. Letta's two-point conversion was good, 28-20. And then Dan Barrows just had a 5-yard run. Kick was good, 35-20, Victor over Hilton.
You have all the stats, Mike. Changing your name to Statman.
Thank you.
Jonathan Letta with the ball, fires, it's tipped. They'll call that incomplete, thankfully.
You know, once again, I go back to my scouting report from the Hilton coaches. They were very concerned about the tall, big, strong ends, not only on offense but also on defense. That was another batted pass, been 2 or 3 times this time. Those guys are very, very tall, 6'5", 6'2", respectively. And it's hard to get a passing lane through, and that's exactly what happened. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 at the 29, as Mike said, minute 53 left on the clock for the third quarter. 35, Blue Devils, 20 Cadets. Still anyone's game. Letta in the back of the lineup, waiting for the hike. He gets it. He's looking for his man upfield. He fires.
Oh, he's open.
Justin Rezegi gets it, and Justin Rezegi hangs onto it this time as he's taken down at the 40-yard line inside Blue Devil territory.
Looks like a gain of about 32 yards from Letta to Rezegi, and we've been waiting for that all year. Beautiful catch by Rezegi. 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 40.
And for those of you who couldn't see it at home, that was the stereotypical look over the shoulder. Here comes the ball. Basket catch. And Rezegi executed that perfectly. And that's practice right there. You can tell that's time and time again.
Off tackle play there by Philman. He's swallowed up for no gain.
I think you're going to see Hilton probably switch to more of a passing game than a running game. It seems to work much better for them. Even with the turnovers they've had in the passing game, it still seemed to work better than trying to power through that defensive line of the Blue Devils. So, I don't know, Mike. What do you think? Should they stick with the passing game at this point?
I think it's had 2 big plays so far in the second half. When your running game is kind of getting swallowed up, and that's been your forte, I think then you do sometimes switch more to passing. They do feel very comfortable with Pittman. They can throw screens to Philman. There goes Pittman in, and here's a flag down. This is usually on the offense. Nope, it's going to be a timeout, Cadets.
Timeout, Cadets.
49 seconds left in the third quarter. 35, Blue Devils, 20 Cadets. Be second down, 10 yards to go for the Cadets on the 40-yard line inside Blue Devil territory. We will try and keep you up to date on Ted Lawson and his condition as information comes in.
Yeah, I think the biggest indicator there is you said you saw him being put into an ambulance and probably just making sure he's going to get the best care possible. But I truly think there's been a kind of like a deflate ever since he kind of went off the field. The Cadets are doing a really nice job coming back at times. Presently, they are down by 15, but as you keep pointing out, there's a lot of time left here in the second half, and they can score quickly, and they're in decent shape right now.
For those of you tuning in to Village Radio for the first time, you can take Village Radio along with you for a walk, a bike ride to the store, or heck, to the game. Just visit villageradio.net on your mobile device's browser, then click the free apps icon to listen anywhere, anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Both teams returning to the field after the timeout from Hilton. Hilton at the 40, 2nd and 10. Touchdown in this quarter would be pivotal for the Cadets at this point.
Letta back to pass. Flag down here again. I don't know. It's on the offensive side of the formation here, but pass was completed to David Guest. Very short gain. I see Victor clapping. This looks like it's going to go against the Cadets.
Not sure why either. It didn't look like anything.
Yeah, usually a holding if it's on a pass play. 39 seconds left here, and that's being marched off at the Cadets. holding penalty on the Hilton Cadets. Holding penalties are drive killers.
Not what Hilton needs at this point. He's second down and 20 yards now. On the 49-yard line, opposite Blue Devil territory. Clock has started again, 32 seconds on the clock. Cadets are still in a huddle. 25 seconds remaining. Just making their way to the line. Let a shotgun formation. Passes it to Dylan Philman, who makes it up the field for about 4 or 5 yards.
And that play should end the third quarter here.
Absolutely. The clock is not going to stop unless Hilton calls a timeout, which I don't think they'll do.
No, they're going to save those two for the fourth quarter. It brings up a third and a good 20.
Yep, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. Live from LeBeau Field, it's Cadets 20, Blue Devils 35. You're listening to Hilton High School football on villageradio.net. Stand by as we take a quick break.
That brings an end to our third quarter.
Do not miss the Hilton Palmer Recreation Department's annual Halloween celebration. Saturday, October 24th from 11 to 4 at the Village Community Center. There'll be a ghoulish legal costume parade, dancing and magic from Flying Brian and Miss Underwood. Plus, games, horseback rides and refreshments. And don't forget to stroll down the trick-or-treat street, Master. All activities are free, but you must pre-register online now at parmaNY.org/recreation. The annual Halloween celebration, Saturday, October 24th from 11 to 1 at the Community Center. Come and get your scare on, if you dare.
Cadet football is on villageradio.net.
Live from LeBeau Field, I'm Jeremy Pilot. This is Mike Heise broadcasting to you with the Hilton Cadets. I lost my place where I was there. The Hilton Cadets and the Victor Blue Devils charging away here. We're into the fourth quarter. It's 35 Blue Devils, 20 Cadets. Letter with the ball, fires from way back, makes it to Justin Rezegay, it looks like. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's not Justin Rezegay.
I think that's Brandon Cutter with a huge grain. That's going to give him a first down. About the 24-yard line. Beautiful play the way Letta kind of let that develop. And Cutter making a great catch. First and 10.
And here you go. You know, we talk about watching the teams with the one-trick ponies. Their coverage was all on Justin Rezegay. Cutter was wide open.
Mm-hmm.
They were expecting that ball to go to Rezegay, and Rezegay was just hanging out going, I'll draw all the heat.
Yeah, and I would say last year Cutter didn't have a lot of balls thrown at him, so they might have just, like you said, not covered him.
Bailey, I'm sorry, yep, Dylan Philman up the center. Looks like that's good for 6 yards.
Number 9, Andrew Russell.
Tackled by Andrew Russell of the Victor Blue Devils.
We got a flag down, yeah. Clock is stopped at 11:26. Let's see who this is against. It's going to be against Victor.
Penalties against Victor for a face mask.
Face mask. The officials call, which is probably about the fourth or fifth you've seen.
I see them more than I think they actually happen. I might have been totally off based on Lawson's, but they can either be a 5-yard variety or a 15-yard one. In that case, I don't know. I don't know if they call it the 5-yard face mask. I think it was a 5-yard, but they're going to bring out the chain, see if it gets a first down.
Always doing a great job for us here at Hilton.
Just to let you know, this chain gang's been around for like 25 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Same guys doing it.
Same guys. Working on the chain gang.
And Mike, you're right. That'll be good for a first down for Hilton. Fantastic. So there's a little break for the Cadets.
It is. I mean, yeah, you get that penalty that makes it into a first down break, and now it's first and 10 at the
14-yard line.
14. Cadets are going to split 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. There's that fullback in the backfield with Letta in the shotgun.
Clock started. Letta waiting for the ball. He gets it. He's going to run for it. Doesn't get very far, unfortunately. It looks like he may have gained a yard. We'll see where the line judge spots it.
Number 74,
Sam Palamaki made the tackle there for Victor.
Number 12, John Lutta on the carry for the Cadets.
They did give him the yards, so that'll put him at second down. 13 yards, 9 to go. Or 13-yard line, not 13 yards.
Mm-hmm.
They have 9 yards to go. There you go, in case I confused anybody.
2nd and 9. See if the Cadets go back to a passing attack. And Pittman and Rezegi split to the left. Cut to the right.
Gets the ball, looking for his man, fires down to the corner, but nobody there. Looked like that ball was intended. Is that Bailey Pittman down there?
Yeah, it's a play that they call a post corner, and the receiver makes an angle towards the post and then kicks out towards the corner. And sometimes the cornerback bites on it, and he's open. That one, it looked like Letta kind of threw it more towards the center, and you really want that more towards the sideline.
So we'll blame that one on Letta? Well, you're blaming it on Letta.
He took a big shot. I don't know what guy hit him, but as soon as he threw it, he got decked. So he had a guy breathing down his neck. So I've never had to throw a ball with a guy coming at me 100%. So I'm never going to blame that quarterback.
Yeah, I'll just watch.
We got a lot of guys going in trips left here for the quarter for Hilton.
We've got a triple lineup there on the
option.
And looks like Letta's going to run it. No, he gave it to Dylan Philman, who took it to looks like about the 5-yard line.
Great call there by Coach Stepani. That is a quarterback option out of the shotgun. And not quite a first down, but it does give you a doable 4th and 2 here. And they're going to go for it. A field goal, I don't think would do them any good here. So another big call coming up here for Lapani.
That was a great play again, too, like you said, Mike. And from a layman's terms, for those of you who are just tuning in or just watching or can't see the game, obviously, because you're not here, he puts 3 men down on the far end of the field, right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to wonder for the opponent, what are they doing there?
Right.
Which immediately distracts you from what's really going on in the game. Those 3 were there for nothing more than the purpose of causing a distraction, and it worked.
Exactly. For the layman, that was a great explanation.
Led it with the ball. Looks like he's going to try and run it in.
He's got a first down, I can tell. Not quite a score yet, but that's going to be 1st and goal inside the 5.
Right, with only 3 yards for a touchdown and having 4 attempts at it. Not a bad place for Hilton to be. 35 Blue Devils, 20 Cadets. 10:27 left on the clock in the 4th. Plenty of time. Be 1st and goal.
So Victor cannot feel like they're out of the woods yet.
Christian Rank warming up the leg on the sideline. Looks like that may be a touchdown.
I think he's going to be short. I think they gave it to Philman on the ISO. Down inside the 1. Patrick Barrow makes the tackle for Victor.
But you're right. He's within the 1.
Second goal. Sorry.
No, you're fine, Mike.
I think there's lots of options now. You can keep it with Letta. You can slam it up with the fullback. You can give it to Philman off tackle.
Cadets back to the line at the 1-yard line. Be interesting to see what they do here. Oh, no. Looks like maybe a loss of a yard.
It looks like it's about less than a foot now. Letta was on the carry on that one. Number 51, Ryan Flates, makes the stop for Victor.
Nothing against Jonathan Letta. We've seen him do many, many great things as a quarterback and in that position. He's run the ball. He's passed the ball. He's made touchdowns. I'm not sure that was the best play to use right there. That'd be a touchdown. We'll bring out Christian Rank for the extra point. That'll bring the score. Cadets 26, Blue Devils 35. Still anyone's game.
Yeah, the Cadets needed that score. Now it's just to go back to your bread and butter off tackle play with Dylan Philman. He pounds it in from the 1. I think that's his 41st or 42nd touchdown of his career. He wants more.
Well, who doesn't like bread and butter?
I'm thinking about it right now. I like it with honey mustard dressing.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. Try it sometime.
I will do that.
Might work on that voice if you're feeling,
And the extra point's good by Christian Rank. That'll bring the Cadets to 27 to 35 against the Blue Devils. 9 minutes, 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so the Cadets are back in striking distance with a score and a 2-point conversion to tie this one up. And once again, it comes down to defense. I didn't like it if they had to get in a shooting match. My guess was if they could hold them under 28, I think they would be okay right now. Victor has 35. Actually, 2 of those scores were on special team and a defensive touchdown. So really, the Cadets are not playing pretty good football. Just a couple big mistakes have hurt them.
By the way, Mike, did you know if it's happening in Hilton, you'll hear about it on villageradio.net? We are community bulletin. You did know that, well.
But I want to hear it anyways.
We are community bulletin board announcements and what's happening reports twice an hour, every hour, 24 hours a day. Tune in often for Hilton's greatest hits and all the local info you need. Now, here's something we haven't seen in the last quarter very much is Christian Rank returning the ball to the Blue Devils.
Kicking the ball, yeah. I mean, let's see if he can boot one here in the end zone, Jeremy. That's going to be a little short.
That one's kind of spinning sideways. Took a little momentum off it.
Returned by Mitch Kane.
Who made it to the 30, looks like 2-yard line. They're going to spot him.
Number 4, Mitch Kane on the return.
Yep.
It looks like this is where we got to have a stop. There goes Christian Pereira, number 76 in. And then number 71, Ryan Ames. See if the Cadets have any defensive answers here. And I don't know if it's really a schematic approach that could help things. I think it's still the strength and size, and if they can try to wear down Victor and get him into that 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8 type of situation and get him off the field.
Blue Devils on the offense. 1st and 10, 32-yard line.
Tight end in motion.
Fired to Jamie Termoli, who's going to run the ball up the field. Well, he didn't get very far. Stopped by Zachary Thorpe.
Thorpe makes the tackle right about the 50. That was a pretty good gain. Once again, when you think you're stopping them and getting some momentum, Trimboli makes a play. Just slams it right at you.
That'll put him at the 50.
Guess who would be there? Ted Loss would be in that middle of that situation. So I'm not going to keep lamenting the fact that he's not out there, but I'm guessing that gain wouldn't have been made if number 40 were in the middle of the defense.
Well, Zachary Thorpe did a good job bringing him down.
I mean, it's tough when you got a guy with a head of steam and he does exactly what he's supposed to. Hit him up high, hold on till guys can come and help you.
Trimboli with the ball. He's going to try the same play again. He broke free. Looks like it may be good for a first down. Looks like Bailey Pittman stopped him that time.
Same play just to the right side on that one where tight end goes in motion. Trimboli kind of pauses. He steps back, waits, and then goes. And that's just another big 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1, 39-yard line for the Blue Devils. 35-27. Blue Devils on top. 7:58 left in the fourth quarter. Still anyone's game.
Hilton got to get a stop here, though.
Looks like they lost a yard, the Blue Devils, that is, on that play.
I don't know. They're going to give him a first down. Patrick barreled.
Did they really?
Yeah, he barreled up there off the left-hand side.
I'm surprised.
Splina.
Michael Splina, yeah. 200-pounder, 5'9", junior at Hilton.
They definitely, Hilton went with more beef, putting Pereira in there. He's good, 295, and Ryan Ames, I think, tips the scales at 260.
Ball passed off to Dan Barrow.
And Lapani is all over the officials looking for a fumble on that play, and I think if they could get a turnover right now, that would be huge. Or maybe he's yelling at his team saying, get on the ball.
2nd down and 7.
Well, he's yelling at the official.
Yeah,
Arms out.
2nd and
typical Lapani style.
2nd and 7 now from the Cadet 36. Big tight end in motion. Trimboli running right over side.
He's right up the center. Doesn't look like anybody's going to catch him. That'll be good for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Victor. Number 11, Jamie Trimboli.
Like Bailey Pittman chasing him down, but just couldn't get enough speed on him.
And once again, there's just so much meat coming at you. It's just so much power that after a while, it's hard really to slam yourself up in there and make a play. So Trimboli's taking advantage of that. That tight end comes in motion. He's the big guy, the 255-pounder. And then he just turns upfield, and the tight end's literally going downfield untouched, which means he's making a lot of room for his quarterback.
6:36, 41-27. Blue Devils with the lead. Getting ready to kick for the extra point. Which is good. That'll bring them 42-27. Blue Devils on top.
22, your Hilton Cadets, 27.
6 minutes left. 6:36 rather left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and once again, momentum shifts back to Victor. Just the way that their offensive set goes, they really just power it right at you. It's that smash mouth football that we were told about. It's what they did against Rush Henrietta. It's obviously what they want to do every game. And when you do that and you have the size, it just really wears down that defense. And unless you're turning over the ball, it's extremely difficult to stop. And Rush Henrietta, a very strong team, lost last week 21-7, and they typically are quite a fast team, so they must have succumbed to the same type of game plan that Hilton has.
Absolutely. By the way, more of Hilton's greatest hits are coming up after the game. Hilton Cadet Football on villageradio.net. Blue Devils getting ready to kick the ball away down the field to Hilton. It'll drop somewhere around the 20-yard line. Is that Kyle Napier with the carry?
It is.
And he's got it to about the 36-yard line. Still on Hilton's end of the field.
Number 49, Siciliano on the tackle.
6:30 left now here in the game. See what Hilton can muster up on offense. Once again, I don't know, Jeremy. They probably go back to the air. Maybe use some passing, loosen up the defense, and then come back with the running. They've been okay, passing it to Pittman and Rezegi the last possession. So we'll see what they have in order here.
I think that's the best plan, Mike. And that one's given to Dylan Philman, who has a slip, and he trips, and he's mad. He's punching the turf. He's mad at himself on that play.
Yeah, he saw
no one even near him either. He just slipped.
Yeah, he saw a cutback lane, thought he had and could gain some yards, which he probably could have. Maybe a gain of 2 or 3. We'll give him a gain of 1.
He was not happy with himself. Shouldn't punch the turf. You'll be in a hospital looking for a cast on your wrist next.
Yeah, we don't need any more.
No
more injuries after this game. Receiver split to the left.
Letta's got the ball. He's looking for a man down the field. He's got him, but oh boy, no. Oh, in and out.
Yeah, almost a circus catch there by Brandon Cutter. Counter trap pass there by the Cadets. Almost came down with it after it was tipped. And then bring up a 3rd and 9.
It looked good. I'll give Cutter that. He made it look really good.
Yeah, I didn't think he had a shot just because there were 2 defenders right there in the vicinity. And
oh, I know, but he still got up and he got a hold of it. He brought it in, but it hit to the ground when he came back down. I don't think he realized how high up he was when he was coming back down. It just knocked him hard when he hit the ground and let the ball loose.
5:44 left here. Victor up 42-27 over Hilton.
Letta again looking for his man downfield, finds him. Looks like that was Kyle Napier with the catch.
That's complete to number 24.
Bailey Pittman, sorry, that was Bailey Pittman.
Beautiful play there by Letta. Took a huge shot there after he threw it. Victor coaches like the hit. It's too bad the catch was made by Pittman in Hilton territory. They got a 1st down and 10 at the 47 of Victor. 5:37 left. 2 receivers split wide to the right, 2 to the left. Spallina and Letta in the shotgun.
Ball fired back to Letta. He's looking for his man upfield. Long, hard, fires it down to David Guest, number 14. Oh, we've got a flag there.
Garbage play there by Victor. I think
yeah, that was.
with it.
For those of you at home, the play was over. Not sure who it was from Victor, but, grabs a hold of David Guest, throws him to the ground, roughs him up a bit after the play. If that's how you have to win football games, what does that say about your team?
A little bit of intimidation. It's penalty against Victor.
And really unnecessary at this point. 42-27, 5:29 left in the fourth, and you got to resort to roughing people up. I mean, that to me indicates something along the lines of a coaching method that's employed there.
It's hard to tell, but either way, it's just not advisable when you got a lead. You don't want to stop the clock. Hey, whatever, let it keep rolling, and just play good, hard-nosed football.
There's enough opportunity to hit people in this game without having to do any extras, that's for sure. That ball given to Dylan Philman, who made it looks like he's good for a first down.
Number 3, Patrick Barrow on the
And that'll put them in the red zone. No, he's just short of a first down, so it'll be second down and 1
Puts him in
on the
shape.
20.
Clock continues to roll.
the 11.
We'll be under 5 minutes when this snap happens. Cadets in the I formation. Letta goes under center. Pass.
Fires it to the end zone. Oh, no. Pass intended for Bailey Pittman. Just a little bit too far for him.
No, he should have caught that. He knows it. I mean, that was right in his hands. You might not have been able to see it by the partition, but that's a catch he makes nine times out of 100. Beautiful play there. It's just a go route into the corner of the end zone. Pittman won't drop many of those. Good call, though, on 2nd and 1, because you still feel comfortable with 2 more plays here to get a little bit more than 2 feet.
Certainly. That'll be a first down. Looks like Dylan Philman carried that in.
First down. Okay. First down, Cadets. Number 3, Dylan Philman on the carry.
So that'll be first and goal now for the Cadets.
Palomaki in on the tackle.
Cadets bringing Donald Newford to the field.
Yeah, I think he comes in when they go in their double tight end situation, which they're doing. Got a wide receiver split to the left, I formation. Letta's going to pass again, and once again go back to Pittman.
Now that one was too high.
That was too high. That one was definitely too high. And I like it. Lapani has a lot of confidence in him. Went right back at him after he dropped one that he normally would make. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and goal from the 7. We got 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. Cadets still trail by 15 points. And they need a touchdown here, and the sooner the better.
Justin Rezegi replacing Nathan Borg for the Cadets.
And this time you see Cutter and Philman. They'll split to the left.
42-27. Blue Devils up with 4:15 in the fourth.
Are you serious?
Give it to Dylan Philman. He didn't make it very far on that play, but still, you've got 3 more attempts.
Yeah, it looks like they'll be short. Tackle's made there by Mike DeMarco. The 3rd and goal now from the 4-yard line. Only thing is the clock continues to run. We'll be under 3:50 after this snap. Hilton doesn't huddle. No, wait, they do huddle. Probably only call this play once. Newford comes back in for the Cadets.
Third down and goal.
Timeout, Blue Devils.
Victor calls a timeout with 3 minutes, 26 seconds on the clock.
Come on, pay attention. Come on, boys.
Yeah, so now you're looking at, okay, let's say the Cadets score. Do they go right away for the onside kick, or do they kick it, try to stop them? I don't know. Just the way Victor's been running their offense, I think they might be better off going for an onside kick.
It's a very busy press box up here.
Yeah, it is. We got a writer here from the Canandaigua Messenger. We've got the huddle videotaper. We got a couple, 3 Victor coaches. Your wife, us, announcer, clock keeper, couple scragglers. from the village. I don't know who they are, but yeah, it's pretty busy up here.
My wife ends up being the on-site producer.
Once again,
It's a payless job, but we appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
A big shout out to Chrissy Pilot for getting all the Gatorades that we need. And
Gatorade has powered us literally through the second half.
We do like to, support the boosters in the athletic departments. So Mike and I usually spend a few dollars when we're here during the games, no matter where we're at. Unfortunately, sometimes the lines are too long for us to wait in.
Exactly.
So it's nice to have Chrissy around to run down. And
I would think your celebrity status would get you to the front of the line.
it doesn't. You're lucky it gets me in the gate.
3rd and goal from the 3.
We got a flag on the field. I didn't even see anything happen.
I heard the Victor coaches say, "Are you kidding me?" So I don't know if they have too many men on the field or what. Or maybe it's on Hilton. I'm not sure. Could be a substitution penalty. It is against Victor.
penalties against Victor.
Waiting on what that call was. It has to be either illegal formation or too many men on the field, right?
I don't know,
Nothing
the
had even
coaches
happened.
called it. Yep, that's too many guys on the
boy.
field.
That's going to cost him.
So,
Half the distance to the goal line.
so what they'll do is give him half the distance, still 3rd down. So now you're looking at 3rd and goal from the 1.5. So you're a little bit closer for Hilton. So
Goal.
Wow, what an amateur mistake for the Blue Devils to make. There it is, touchdown, Hilton. So if we're able to get Christian Rank to get that extra point in, that'll put him at 34 to 42, 3:30 left on the clock. Now, a lot of people would say, geez, 3:30 left in the 4th. Not much you can do here. But again, we've seen Hilton with a minute on the clock score a touchdown. So
exactly,
it's still anyone's game.
they got to make this extra point. They're going to kick it with Rank. So try to cut it to 8 points and then maybe get an onside kick, get the ball back, score, and get the 2-point conversion on that score.
And that extra point is good by Christian Rank, number 31 of the Cadets. 3:30 left in the 4th, 42 Blue Devils, 34 Hilton Cadets. Stand by as we take a quick time out. You're listening to Hilton Cadet Football on villageradio.net.
In Hilton,
The Hilton Palmer Recreation Department invites seniors 55 plus for a fun-filled afternoon of euchre. Thursdays at the Village Community Center starting at 1 p.m. The cost to play is just $1, and the first Thursday of every month is a euchre tournament, so be sure to bring a partner along. For details, call Glenn Stanton at 520-9281. And don't miss bingo every Tuesday afternoon from 1 to 3 at the Community Center. It's offered to seniors 55 plus, and the cost is $1.20 per board. 4 boards allowed per person.
let us know what's happening with your nonprofit group or community organization. Email us the details by clicking the link at villageradio.net.
Welcome back live from Bull Field. It's the Cadets 34, Blue Devils 42. You're listening to Hilton High School Football on villageradio.net. I'm Jeremy Pyle along with Mike Heiss. Christian Rank.
Here's the onside kick.
Onside kick
Fielded nicely there by Victor.
to the Blue Devils. They'll stop at the 49-yard line.
I want to recognize some of our fans out there right now. We have Dr. Kevin Hobson out there in Victor listening to the broadcast. Danielle Brownlee of Hilton, and also the Tank family listening in on a cold Friday night. Hope you're enjoying Hilton Cadet Football on villageradio.net.
You know, as the season gets further into the colder weather, this isn't a bad way to find out what's going on.
No, it's perfect. Village Radio's got a lot to offer. All right, Jeremy, you know, we got 1st and 10. Hilton has, I think, 2 timeouts, so they're going to have to get a stop here. 3:30 left.
Tremoli passing the ball off.
Looks like a gain of 6 or more. Once again, that's too much on 1st down when you're trying to get the ball back, because now your options as a defense are even less. They really got to pack the line of scrimmage. And the way Victor's been pulling their tight end, it's just such a power game. But I bet Victor's just going to slam it, tackle to tackle. Can you stop us? Let the clock keep rolling. We've beaten you. Now we just got to beat the clock.
2nd and 4 for the Blue Devils at the 45-yard line. 2:52. Clock is started. 42 to 34. Devils are up. Passes the ball. Dan Barrow Runs up the center. Doesn't seem to get very far. No, I guess he did make it a first down.
Great tackle there by Bailey Pittman. He trips him up with a short of the first down. Now we're looking at 3rd and short, but they got 2 plays to go for 1 yard. The clock is now at 2:30 and under, so obviously the game's in Victor's favor right now, and the Cadets have to be kicking themselves for that punt return for block for a touchdown in the fumble recovery.
Back to the line.
Great use of clock
Foley
right
with
now.
the ball, tries to push it forward. That's going to be a first down.
That's
You're
going
right,
to be a
Mike.
first. You could tell he knew how much time he had left on the play clock, let it all go down, and then just bolted head for a first down. That's 1st and 10, 2:05 left. Looks like the Hilton coaches are going down. That's usually a bad sign when they feel the game's over and their lead is not on the scoreboard.
Coach Lapani with a headset off on the sidelines. Hands on a hip, heads down. Not looking like a happy camper today. Not sure why he's frustrated. He's still, we've seen it happen. They're going to run this clock down here, I know. But we've seen things happen. They make mistakes.
Look out. Big gain there. Nice tackle by, once again, Pittman. Or no, maybe it was Milgate. Just a lot of pressure been on the cornerbacks here. A lot of tackles made out there. And then they're leading up with the tight ends and stuff like that. That's a lot of physicality for those the secondary to withstand. And it's just been a power game by Victor that's and a couple big mistakes by the Cadets.
That was Jamie.
Led to the loss.
That was Jamie Trimboli, number 11 of the Blue Devils, with that run. Gave them a first down at the 29. They're going to take every second they have off this clock.
And it's pretty much academic now. We're under 1:30 left to go here in the football game. Victor leading 42-34, unless you said something miraculous happens. There's a fumble on the exchange from the center to the quarterback, and that's why Cadets are right at the line of scrimmage
Almost
trying
a
to make
false
something
start.
happen.
By the Cadets, nobody caught it.
Cadets trying to strip the ball, but it's just not coming out. Nick DeRoy in on the tackle.
We had some action there. Post play on the field.
And yeah, so you got 52 seconds left. You got a 2nd and 9 here for Victor. Yeah, they're just going to run another play, make Hilton use their last timeout, and then they'll have 2 more plays to get the first down if they don't get it. If they get the first down, the game's over. Even if they don't, they just take a knee. And so really they're in the driver's seat, obviously. 42-34. I think also the dejected nature of Coach Stepani is deep in his mind. He knows the severity of the loss of Lawson. I don't think you can understate that, his leadership and his play to this team. And I really think he not only looks at this game, but he foresees games to be played. And without Teddy Lawson,
Interesting to know.
our chances.
Interesting to know. Wish we had the little fly on the wall down there, Lapani.
The fly on the wall would be hearing a lot of 4 letters, but that's but
he was in there close with Nicholas DeRoy discussing something.
No, I think DeRoy was getting into it a little bit verbally and exchanging it with a player, and then flopping on his back, like call a penalty on the other guy, trying to extend the game. He plays with a lot of emotion. At 160 pounds, he really plays well as defensive end. That's the game.
And looks like Dan Barrow broke through the line.
Number 1, Dan Barrow on the carry.
For the Blue Devils.
See, now there's a dumb play by Victor. That's going to be a penalty for a late hit on DeRoy. So they'll put him back another 15 yards on that play. Just some extracurricular activity there by one of the players from Victor. DeRoy got to him a little bit, and he popped him in the back or in the front and knocked him on his back. So stops the clock. Hilton doesn't really have to use a timeout.
Maybe that was the conversation that DeRoy was having with Lapani. Well, Nicholas, you got a big mouth. Use it.
I mean, there's a lot that's
now's the time.
They have helmets on, and there's a lot of things that go on from man to man. And
that's surely a joke, by the way. I don't know Nicholas DeRoy. I don't know what kind of kid he is. It was just thrown out there. It seemed odd that he was talking to him when this happens.
No, that's him. He's an emotional player. I mean, that's what they like about him. player that plays in motion. You just don't want it to get the best of you. And on that, it looks like you got the best of the Victor player. So now you got 45 seconds left. Does it help your chances? Maybe a tad. It definitely puts them out of position to get a first down. So maybe you can be a little more reckless with your defense and just really go at and stripping the ball. 2 or 3 guys hold them up. The other guy try to strip. Otherwise they were looking at a 3rd and short for a first down and really running out the clock.
42-34, 45 seconds left on the clock. Here at LeBeau Field, Blue Devils look like they're going to walk away with this one. Hilton fought hard, though. And going back to what just happened with Nicholas DeRoy, you can't really blame him. We see it in the NFL. We see it in the NBA. There's always a few of those clutch players, those key players that are magicians at making those things happen and drawing those penalties. So every little thing helps.
Coach Todd's, go ahead.
I wouldn't doubt, if we really dug deep, if we found some NFL or NBA players that were drafted for their specific ability to draw a penalty.
Well, yeah, you want to get into other guys' heads. Sometimes it's with your play. Other times it's with your mouth. Other time it's with your psyche. So either way, when the play resumes, it's a 3rd and 20 now. I think Hilton's out of timeouts. They had him forced to use that last one. So I think it's a 25 or 30-second shot or play clock. So
wouldn't be surprised if we watch them take a knee here.
No, they're going to run this
there.
one.
Trimboli with the ball. He's running it up the center. He's taken down.
Clock's at 35, so now they got a 4th down. I have to see when the referee blows this play in, because if it's under 30, I think it's the game's over.
It's 26 seconds.
He just blew it in. 25. Wow, they might have to have one more snap. But nope, they do not have to snap the ball.
That'll be the game. So in conclusion, Hilton Cadets 34, Blue Devils 42, not even finishing out the last play of the game here. Valiant effort by the Cadets tonight, but unfortunately just not enough to battle against the Blue Devils this evening.
Yeah, just a really, really good, strong football game. This game lived up to what we thought it was going to be. Victor, very, very strong. Hilton was always playing from behind, but they never gave up, losing 42-34. Our VillageRadio.net player of the game has to go to Teddy Lawson and that 41-yard touchdown run. Our heart goes out to you, kid, and we hope you're okay and you can come back. But your boys fought valiantly for you, and we'll see if the Cadets can rebound next week against the Royal Comets. They're headed to sectional play no matter what, but this homecoming game built up to what it was supposed to be. Over 3,000 people in attendance. And Jeremy, it was great to do the game with you.
Absolutely, Mike. I enjoy doing this with you every week as well. Don't forget, today's broadcast is a production of VillageRadio.net. Special thanks to our producer, R.J. Jordan, back in the studio. We also like to thank Hilton Central School District's Mike Jurizzi, Director of Physical Education and Athletics. If you have any questions or comments regarding tonight's broadcast, simply email us by clicking the Contact tab at VillageRadio.net. Next week, Mike, we are where?
We are home against the Rush Henrietta Royal Comets.
All right, game time is 7 p.m., but tune in for pregame coverage a few minutes earlier here on VillageRadio.net. The Cadets play here.
Football is on VillageRadio.net. Catch the action home and away all season long. Or listen to podcasts of every game, anytime at VillageRadio.net. Hometown info, hometown sports, and Hilton's greatest hits.
Welcome to
VillageRadio.net.
the Big H Podcast. Tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style. From the highs to the lows, every story just explodes. Mike's got questions on the go, diving deep from head to toe. Every week the guests align, sharing moments so divine. Stay with us, the pace is fine. Every episode you'll find